I'm live again for the millionth time in 20 minutes. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. If not, I think I'm going to throw my phone across the room. So I've got my fingers crossed. So if anybody jumps in here, please let me know if I'm still choppy. Hopefully, it's better. I've tried a million and one things, so it better be working. Or I'm about to get as messy as this chick in the story I'm about to talk about. Hopefully, I didn't lose all you guys. I hate it when stuff like that happens. I just don't understand it. I don't understand you can do exactly the same thing you do every single time. I guess it's just technology, right? It works when it wants to. But hopefully people will come back. I hope you guys come back. I did it so quick I didn't even label the reminder. I didn't even take the time to do it like I normally do because I was so scared that if I do it, it won't work right. So that's why the under construction thing is on there because because I didn't know if it was going to work or not. So hopefully it's okay. And like I said, I apologize to everybody that was here earlier. Who was here? Mike from Boston, Roy, King Ramon. So hopefully you guys find your way back in here and it's working. Now that my blood pressure is like through the roof and my nerves are bad. So if you guys can hear me, please, please say yes. Or I'm going to have an adult temper tantrum. And that would not be a good look. But I'm going to give it a little bit for a couple people to come in. I'll give it a couple of minutes. If not, then I'll just start talking. Hopefully, like I said, it at least is recording okay. Microphoning it okay, whatever the word is. I want to ask you guys too, even though I don't think anybody's in here yet. On the weekends, I don't know about where you guys live if you have this, but there's a clause, right? Like a city clause to where you're not supposed to mow your lawn or, I don't know, run a heavy ass chainsaw or a leaf blower or weed whacker. You know what I'm getting at, right? You're not supposed to like do any of that stuff until I think it's 8 in the morning on weekdays, and on the weekends I think it's like 9. We have a clause for that, right? Well, how about it like 6:45 this morning? My neighbor decided to like fire up a chainsaw. I don't know what the hell they were cutting because they've already cut down like damn near all their trees. It was crazy. And then he was done by like 9:15, 9:20. So after, he woke everybody in the neighborhood up, he stopped. So that was my morning. I hope everybody else's morning, went okay. And basically, what I'm planning on talking about, if you guys haven't heard about it, was what happened in Houston the other day. I think it was Thursday or Friday when how will I explain it? Basically, I don't know if they lived in the same apartment complex or not, but basically, a baby's dad who had 3 kids. They haven't said if the 3 kids were with this girl or not, right? But his baby's mother ended up coming to his apartment to fight his current girlfriend, who allegedly is pregnant. But I guess she's not showing. So if she is allegedly pregnant, it's got to be really, soon because she wasn't showing or anything. So I don't even know if that's true or not, but that was out there. But his baby's mom showed up to his apartment complex. Like I said, I don't know if she lives there or not. She might actually, now that I think about it, because of what happened and how quick it happened. She probably does live there, which is even more messy. But um, his baby's mother showed up to fight his current girlfriend, and it went way left. Big time left. I don't have anybody in here. I wonder if I don't even know if the notification went out. That would suck. I don't know. I'm a little channel too, so it's probably normal for me to just not have people in here. Plus, I'm used to going live in the evening, so I guess it makes sense. But anyway, I'll just go ahead and start talking about this one because I'm going to talk about a different topic a little bit later. But in Houston, Texas, a man named, I couldn't find out how old he was, but a man named Daryl Tizino, he ended up getting murdered and robbed by his baby mother's current boyfriend. And that was on the south side of Houston, Texas. But what had happened was, like I had said earlier, his girlfriend showed up, or not his girlfriend, I'm sorry, his baby's mother showed up to fight his current girlfriend. I haven't been able to find out why. The baby's mother had a boyfriend, right? So I don't know what the fight was about. You wouldn't really, I don't know. People are scandalous nowadays. So I don't know if they were still messing around or what. But so she shows up and she ends up trying to fight the new girlfriend of, the guy, Daryl. And of course, he probably doesn't want his baby's mom to get hurt. He doesn't want his girlfriend to get hurt. So the video that I watched, and in the other videos, I had put the link in the little drop down box. But I didn't do it on this one because I was just trying to make sure that StreamYard was going to work or not. I don't know, though. Maybe it's not working because I don't see anybody in here. I'm probably just going to end up coming back, guys, because I don't want to do this whole article and nobody hears it. So, like, if it's choppy still, I don't want to do it if nobody's here. And I'm just, like I can't upload it because it's choppy still. So I might just have to redo it because there's no way for me to really tell. And like I said, I don't want to do this long ass article and nobody can hear me. So I'll probably just do that. I'll just go out and make another reminder and do it in a little bit because maybe this reminder didn't go out. I'm not really sure. Because normally people would be coming in, so maybe the reminder didn't go out. Hey, just me. Can you hear me okay? Or am I choppy? Your avatar is cute. No, my neighbor's over there. What the hell is that guy doing? Okay, you can hear me okay? Awesome. Yay. Thank you so much. I had originally, I was going to do my live at 10:45. I came in like 8 different times, right? And my StreamYard wasn't working. It was choppy, 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 choppy. So I ended up telling everybody that was in here, okay, I'll restart the live. I restarted the whole live back up. It still was choppy. Then I had to do it again. So this is like my fourth damn time trying to restart this stupid StreamYard live. That is cute. I love it. Oh, by the way, have you been able to try Chick-fil-A yet? I haven't. So hopefully, you're still in the group with me. Yeah, that's cute. That's your granddaughter's artwork. That's cute. The server had trouble, really? Yeah, I don't know what in the world is going on. Yee! Yes, we're both Chick-fil-A virgins. I can't remember where I brought that up, where I was in a live and you weren't there with me, right? And everybody was like, "What? You haven't tried it?" And I'm like, "No, whatever. I'm not the only one." That makes me feel a little bit better. We're still in the same group. Okay. Because if it was just me, then I'd feel really kind of like forced to try it. I love Popeyes, right? I try to go to Popeyes as much as I can. Not a lot, but especially since COVID. But how about I treat myself to it every now and then? And the last time I went through there, which was probably maybe, um, I don't know, a couple months back, I always used to get their dirty rice, right? And how about they quit selling their dirty rice at Popeyes and they've had that rice like forever. I think even since I've ever went there. And I thought that was so strange. So now I'm not really going to be going to Popeyes unless because I like their chicken strips, but I was really disappointed in that. So I thought about that day when that happened, right? I was like, maybe I'll go buy Chick-fil-A. And I was like, no. Oh, are they? The lines are still long? I believe it. I believe it. People, I don't know, people rave about it. And you know what stinks about something like that? Yeah, see, I only like their little tenders. So it's like you like one thing. But when people tell you, like, oh, Chick-fil-A is so good and wait till you go there and all this and that, and people will hype you up. And then when you actually eat it, it's not as good as like the hype was. Hopefully that doesn't happen when we both break down and go. But I swear if it's not StreamYard, it's my neighbor. You weren't in here earlier, right? And I was just rambling on until somebody came in here. But my neighbor, like, we have a clause to where, or a city clause, right? Where you're not supposed to like run like, I don't know, lawnmowers, weed whackers, leaf blowers, big ass chainsaws, stuff like that till like 8 in the morning on weekdays. I think it's like 9 on the weekends. And my neighbor right next to me, there's a lot in between us, but he just starts chainsawing shit at like 6. It was like 6 something in the morning. I'm like, what in the hell is this guy doing? And then after he chainsaws for like an hour and a half and wakes everybody up and shit, everybody's dogs, all that types of crap, then he stops. Now he's over there doing, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but it's loud and it's annoying. So I might have to mute every now and then because it's literally loud as shit. I don't know what he's over there doing. Sounds like a weed whacker, a chainsaw, and a lawnmower all at the same time. Yeah, that noise ordinance. Yeah, he broke the damn rules this morning. Now, see, and I'm the type of person where I'm like, if that would have happened to me, right? If I would have went out there and even tried to, I don't know, lawn mow maybe a square foot of my yard, I'd probably get in trouble for it. Why is my little avatar thing? Okay, there it goes. I know exactly. The lot that's next to me is empty, right? And my mom and I had tried to buy it, but I guess it's the only lot that's open. So the city wants to keep it because we're on a lake and they want to have access to the water and all this and that, right? Well, the city comes and mows the lawn over there, and they come over so early, and it's always on a day when, like, you don't have to do anything, and they just go right by the window like, "Meow." It's so loud. They have those big ass lawnmowers. Oh, what do you use on a farm? What is that called? Oh man, it's like where you put it on the side of that tractor and it mows the real tall grass. Oh my god, I can't think of it. But it sounds like one of those. It's crazy. You too. See, that's why we're in the group together, Sunshine. Yep. Yep. My dad used to tell me when I was growing up, and I didn't get it. He used to say that if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any. Now I get it. Like, if it can go wrong with me, it will. But did you hear about I was going to talk about the baby's father that ended up getting shot and killed at his own apartment when his baby's mother and his current girlfriend got into a fight. Did you hear about that? It happened in Texas on the south side of Houston. I don't know if you had heard about that or not, right? But that it was I feel so bad for this man because he literally did nothing, nothing to deserve to be killed and then robbed. But I'm going to go ahead and start just in case people come in here. Oh, good. You didn't hear about it? Yay. So it's new. Oh, I'm going to drop the link real quick too and make sure that works just in case anybody wants to come up. I know there was one time when I was trying to drop, no, it was once or twice. I was trying to drop the link and that wouldn't work either. So I think StreamYard just messes with me. Okay, there it showed up. It's hard to find. I actually caught it because I'm subbed to like a lot of news channels. And so I was able to catch it. And I think I saw one content creator that talked about it. Other than that, no. So hopefully it's new to, a few people. But like I said, it was on the south side of Houston, Texas. And now the big thing about this, right? It was filmed live, and I don't know if it's on Facebook, but that's where it was uploaded to, was Facebook Live. So when you watch the video, and I'll have to go back and do it for you guys, but I had the link where you guys could click and watch the video, but I'll go back and put it in the little description box. When I was trying to come live earlier and I had everything ready, I had the link in there, but because StreamYard kept messing up, I just threw this one together real quick to make sure it was going to work. So I didn't put, my title and the little picture and the little link. But if you want to see the video after I post this live, I'll put the link back down there so you can click on it and it'll go, because I was able to find it where it's unedited. And it's not gory or anything, but the guy does get shot on video. So just to let you know, trigger warning. But the video, the parts of the actual fight weren't. What in the hell is he doing? Anyway, the parts of the actual fight, right? They must have started. There were a lot of people out there filming, probably like 10, 12, 15 people. But the two different versions that I saw, it didn't catch the fight. It caught like right after the fight was over. There was a little blip that the media had showed where the baby's father, was in between his baby's mother and his girlfriend, but he was not touching either one of them. He was just kind of standing in the middle of them. And so I'm not sure if there's a video with the fight out there that's released. I know somebody recorded it, but I don't know if it's out yet. But you know me, I'm going to keep hawking and looking for it. But like I said, the part that I saw, I didn't see him touch the baby mother at all. Like, not her arm, not anything. From what I heard, with the one person that did a little blip on this, they said that they didn't see anything either with him touching anybody. So Hey, behind the Jerry curl. Babe, can I apologize for... Oh, that's why? That makes sense. I get it. Thank you. I don't know what in the world I did. Oh, don't even... Okay. But, like I said, I think the baby's father was in a bad situation because he didn't want his girlfriend to get hurt, you know, and you don't want your baby's mother to get hurt. And I'm not sure if they lived in the same apartment complex, but I think they might have because the baby's mom... Well, okay, we'll do this at the end. I don't want to give away like what I'm gonna say, but kind of keep that in the back of your head if you guys think that maybe she lived there too. Because of what happens in the end. It happened a little bit too quickly for her to not be close by. But basically when he got in between them and tried to stop their fight, it caused his death to happen. And that's horrible because like I said, he didn't do anything that deserved him to be killed. But when you guys see the video that I was able to find that's still up, that's not edited, after the fight was over, everybody that was recording was still outside like his apartment, and it's only 1-story apartments. They're really close to each other. So they've got to be really small apartments, but he was standing in the doorway of the apartment, and a woman was outside of that same apartment kind of sitting on a stool, and the baby's mother is filming, and she's just like, oh yeah, that's him, that's the one that pushed me in the video, that's him, that's him. And people are just kind of recording the baby's father standing in the doorway. It's weird, like nothing's occurring. A really skinny girl, which I think is his girlfriend, comes out of the apartment. 2 other people come out of the apartment. They walk away, and all of a sudden you can hear the baby's mom say, that's him, the one in the doorway, that's him. And then the girl that was on the stool outside of the apartment next to the baby's father that was in the doorway, she gets up and her eyes get big, like she's ready to like run out of the way. And all of a sudden you can see, you know, the baby's father try to turn around and go in the apartment like really quickly, and then you hear like pop pop, and then everybody takes off running, right? The one video is the filming that the baby mom did, and you can hear her after it's done. She says something after she takes off running, but you can't really make it out. And then you can hear right before she cuts the video off, she's like, oh, I didn't know he was going to do that, or something like that. And one good thing about Facebook, which I don't have one, but I heard that when you end their videos, when you're doing a live, doesn't it automatically upload it to Facebook? Hey, old head. Just me. It was the south side of Houston, Texas. And that's about all I know. I don't know much about Texas, but yeah, it was in Houston on the south side. But the other angle that I'm going to end up posting, because like I said, you know, I had it posted in my other live that wouldn't work, but I'm going to post it for you guys once I end this, is a version of somebody else that was recording, and they're kind of standing directly in front of the baby's father. And it shows where the guy walks up to him. I mean, the baby's father, he didn't have but a second, if that, to react. The guy pulls out the gun, holds it right to his chest. The baby's father tries to turn around, and he just popped him twice. And you can see from his shoes that he just dropped. And apparently he did die right there, like after he shot him. He didn't make it to the hospital or anything. And then he walks in the apartment and robs him, like goes in his pockets. And this is all recorded. So after he does that, that video ends. So I'm not sure, you know, you could see him kind of walking out of the apartment. Old head, stop it. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she was built like a washing machine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so you know what I'm talking about, old head? This situation is messed up. So after all that happened, like I said, I think it showed the man kind of walking out of the apartment, but not enough to where, you know, like there wasn't anything after that. But, and I want to have like the guys and the girls that come in here, because I want kind of like a you know, like old head, I want your opinion on this because you like to talk shit about a lot of stuff. But um, you know, there's a lot of people that do podcasts about baby mama, baby daddy drama, all that type of stuff, right? And the thing that you know, like I think that they might have been in the same complex because apparently it was her boyfriend that shot her baby's father. So when she's videoing and she's like, "That's him, that's him, that's the one that pushed me in the video. That's him." She was telling her boyfriend. So the boyfriend is the one that came over and shot him and killed him and then robbed him. Hey, A boy. And what I don't understand is if your baby's father has a new girlfriend, you've got a new boyfriend. This boyfriend is simpish enough, and yeah, I said it, to come over there and kill your baby's father who didn't even touch you. Um, why are you over there messing with his girlfriend? Because usually you guys know, all of us know, we've been in relationships, right? The only time when you've got a baby's mother, baby's father, you know, messing with the new girlfriend, new boyfriend, usually y'all are still messing around or something like that. It's something there. Or the female is just spiteful as shit, right? And guys can be too. So, what in the world made this baby's mother go over there, try to fight the new girlfriend, and then get your boyfriend to kill your baby's father? And that poor guy, like I said, the whole time he was standing in the doorway, he wasn't talking shit. I don't even think he said a word. He was just standing there while everybody was recording him, just chilling. Um, I don't know. That shit is, I don't, this is so messed up. I didn't like it at all. But I want to know kind of how you guys think about it. Do you think like the baby's mother should be brought up with charges? Because I definitely do. I definitely do. Because if it wasn't for her instigating and lying about what happened, that man would probably still be alive. I mean, this guy really got killed over nothing. Oh, and he had 3 children. I'm not sure if they were all with her or not, but he had 3 children. So now he's, you know, dead. And she didn't care at all. You could kind of hear somebody like screaming and crying a little bit, and it was probably the new girlfriend because it wasn't the baby's mother. But I don't know. I should have probably done this at nighttime so more people could be in here. I'm going to talk about what's his face in Chicago, though. The guy that has as many lives as a cat, Reese. I'm going to talk about him later. Maybe I'll bring this one up later. See, Sunshine, I told you. I had to dig and dig and dig to find stuff about it. It was hard. Because now that it's an investigation, they've probably taken a lot of the videos down and, you know, stuff that they usually do like that. But what I might do is, like I said, I'm going to do the story about Reese with the 9 lives like a cat later on. And I'll probably, since there's not a lot of people in this one, I'll probably just bring it up. And I got to find that other video because I've got the one. Hopefully it's not deleted by the time that I go and paste the link. I wonder if I could get it now. You guys know I'm technologically behind. No, I don't have a Facebook, just me. I ended up getting it off of a YouTube page. But the page isn't there anymore. That's why I grabbed the link. I wonder if I put you guys, like pause, like not pause you guys, but I wonder if I get out of here, could I go and get it? Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. Does anybody want to come up here? Old head, do you want to come up here and talk about it? Yes, no, maybe. I'll drop the link again just in case. because I'm pretty sure that they're going to end up taking the video that I found down too. So if I can go and get it real quick and post it, then you guys could go and watch it real quick if you haven't seen it. I can't, well, I don't know, because I'm on my phone, just me. I don't know if I can rip it like that. Last time I tried to do that with a video, I ended up having to like screen record it. And I hate doing that because that's where you're basically recording whatever's on the screen of your phone. So any noises or if the wind blows, it picks it up. Ah! Heck yeah. Give me a second, you guys. I'm going to go see really quick. You can probably still hear me while I do it, but I'm going to go see real quick if I can find it and post it. Give me just a second. Okay. If you guys can still hear me, I'm out of the screen, but I'm going to try to go in and get it. Because it's not that long, but if you see it, then you'll have more to say. It's hard to explain it play by play. All right, let me see. Please don't be deleted. Okay, let me see. Hopefully I don't have to click on it. Hold on. Okay, can you still hear me okay? I'm going to see, I've got the link. I copied it. Let me see if I can drop it in here. And if I can drop it in here, like I said, it's only a couple of minutes long. But if you guys can go watch it, then you can have more of an input on it. Let me see if I can post it in the comments. If not, I might have to do it in the drop down thing. Okay, can you guys see it? Does it let you click on it? Just me? See if you can click on it and if it takes you there. Because if it takes you there, then like I said, you can go and watch it real quick. Old head, you see the link? Can you click on that? Okay, cool. No, it's a, wait a minute. It better not be. Hold on. Because damn it. If that's a StreamYard link, I'm going to scream. Hold on, because I copied it. Man. Thank you. Why didn't it work? I copied the link, pasted it. Why did it put StreamYard link on there? Hold on, guys. Let me try it again. Okay, hold on. Let me. Hey, Laura. Okay, now I just copied it again, okay? And it said it copied it. So let me try to do it again. Hopefully it's not StreamYard. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, look, I'm going to have to post it. So if it says StreamYard, just don't click it. But if it doesn't say StreamYard, then click it. Okay, what about that one? Maybe it just didn't copy it the first time. I've never tried to do a link in the comments before besides just the StreamYard link. So this is new for me. How's your Sunday going, Laura? Good, I hope. I got wakened up by a crazy neighbor with a chainsaw. That didn't sound good. My crazy neighbor was chainsawing at like 6:30 this morning for no damn good reason. Okay, cool. Okay. Laura, have you seen the video? I'm talking about the baby's father that was shot by the baby's mother's new boyfriend for no reason because the baby's mother lied and said that he had like pushed her or whatever. If you haven't seen the video, whoever's in here, go watch it really quick. Yeah, go, because they're probably going to take it down. That's the only one I was able to find. So if you guys can click on it, go watch it real quick and then come back, because then you guys will know what I'm talking about. And I'll just stay in here and just, like, count, I don't know, random sheep or something. But yeah, go watch it. Go watch it. And then come back, because it's too hard to explain the video. Because I want everybody to be able to give their opinion, because I'm really, really, I think the baby's mother should get, she should go to jail big time, because without her, nothing like this would have even happened. She instigated this whole shit. And that man is dead for nothing. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, I can't stand people like that just sit there and instigate shit for no good reason. Have you guys ever had a friend like that? That you could, I don't know, go out to a club or shit, you can go to a restaurant with friends like that, and they just complain about everything, over, what do you call it? You saw it, just me, I told you. Mm-hmm. You saw that? That's crazy, right? He shot that man for no reason, and that man is dead. He died on the scene. You saw it, Laura? Yeah. Isn't that bad, you guys? And the part that it doesn't show, right, was where they were fighting. There's a little blip I was able to see, but the video's down. I can't find it. Yeah, he point blank range right at him. I'd be surprised that, his shirt probably has smoke on it, like the powder from the gun going off. He was that close to him. Yep. Killed him and robbed him. Walked in his own shit and robbed him at that. That's what makes it so crazy, right? But if you guys noticed, it was the baby's mother that was filming. If on the end of that video, I can't remember or not. Yeah, you guys saw the robbing part. So yeah, it did show the other person's view too. But the baby's mother, when she was yelling, "Oh, that's him standing in the doorway, that's him," she was yelling that to her new boyfriend. So the new boyfriend is the one that walked over and shot her baby's father. And this was all because the baby's mother, the one that was recording, that instigated all this shit, she went over to fight her baby's father's new girlfriend. And the baby's father that ended up getting killed, he stepped in between them, but he never pushed her. He didn't put a hand on her. He just kind of stood in between them. From what I saw, I didn't see the whole fight, but from what everybody's saying that saw the video and everything else, he didn't put a hand on her. Yeah, it is just me. It is. But like I said, if it wasn't for her, that man would be alive right now, probably. And when I was talking earlier about how I think they live in the same complex, because the way she was able to just yell to get her new boyfriend to run over and kill the man. Yep. That's what he was doing, just me. He was just, and did you see everybody was yelling and recording and, like talking shit, right? And that man didn't say a word. He was just standing in the doorway, minding his own business, like there weren't 20 people out there pointing and talking shit. But if you ask me, right, That man just like broke, his girlfriend and his baby's mama's fight up or whatever, right? He's got all those people out there pointing phones at him and recording him, right? He's literally standing in the doorway, not saying a word. That kind of tells me, I can be wrong, but that tells me that that's a laid back kind of guy. Like he didn't strike me as the kind of guy that would be, hot headed or, a woman beater or anything like that. He was very, very calm because, I don't even know if I was the one standing in that doorway and people were doing all that and I had just broke up, I'd be talking shit. So he looked like he's a very, very calm guy. So it's really sad that that happened to him, and especially for no reason. Yeah, you saw that, just me? Yep. And if you see, the man must have had, like, people have been arguing about this, saying that, why didn't he run or at least go back in the apartment when the man was walking up to him? But I don't think that the guy had the gun out right away. Because if you watch the lady that's on that stool next to the baby's father on the outside of the apartment, she goes to get up and her eyes get big, and that's right before he shoots him. So I don't, it was like the minute that he saw the gun and the guy pointed it right at him, he tried to turn around and run because he shot him in the back. Like, he shot him twice right in the back, because you can see when he robs him where his shoes are, and he's face down. So he fell face, God, that would hurt too. Oh, that poor guy. But he face planted on the floor. Did you guys notice too? It took me like 2 or 3 times to listen to it. But after the baby's mom, when he shoots and she takes off running, right? You can hear her when she turns back around to walk back. She says something like, I didn't tell him to do that, or I didn't know he was gonna do that, something like that. Bitch, what the hell did you think he was gonna do? You know what I mean? I don't know how long she's been with that dude or whatever, but what did you knew he was gonna do that. She probably didn't. I don't know. I don't know her. So I'm not going to say that, but you knew he was going to do something, because at least fight the man, because why were you calling him over there? Why were you lying, saying that he put his hands on you? I was dwelling over this while I was writing down the notes, trying to figure out an out for this slow chick, and I couldn't. Like, I was just like, there's no way. She had to have known this guy was going to at least beat the shit out of him, and she had to have known he had a gun. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? When you're dating somebody or y'all live together or anything like that, he's got a gun. And then if he's hot-headed or not. And that's probably why she was, because if you didn't want him to get hurt, your baby's father to get hurt, why did you need to call your boyfriend over there in the first place? Why? I guess you're mad because the fight got broken up, and so you just want to see some other shit happen. Like I said, there's so many assholes in the world that I hate to see people that look like they're good-hearted or innocent in some. I hate to see people like that killed or hurt over nothing. Yeah. Oh, Laura, that's a really good way to put it. Yep. She lined his ass up. Yep. Wow. And I definitely think, and I've seen this happen with some of the cases that I've studied before. Hold on, let me see it. Okay, just me. The one that has the phone and is saying that's him in the door, that's the baby's mother. The baby's mother is the one that has the phone, and she's doing the recording. And if you listen, she says, like, that's him in the doorway standing up. That's the one that pushed me on the video. And she's yelling to her boyfriend, and the boyfriend's the one that come over and kills the baby's father. because one of the reasons too why I think it's her instigating is because she came over to their apartment to start the fight. And if you see that skinny girl, they're saying the skinny girl is the baby's father's current girlfriend. So the skinny girl, what did she do? She came outside, sat down on that chair. She wasn't talking shit. She wasn't like doing anything. She was as quiet as the guy was. So if it wasn't the baby's mother's instigating doing it, you would think that oh God, this gets so confusing when you're trying to say it. You would think that the baby's father or the baby's father's girlfriend would be talking shit and trying to keep the fight going, or, what are you going to do type of shit. But both of them were quiet. All right, just me. There's a point in the video too where when the skinny girl comes out, the baby's mom, I don't know if on her live somebody was like, oh, they must have said something about the skinny girl. And she says, oh, she's not a victim. They said she was being messy too. So I don't know. This could have started over Facebook like a bunch of other shit does. I have no idea. But yeah, if she goes back, because Laura, you see what I mean, right? What do you think about it? You think that what did Just Me put? Like, that's the baby's mom that's filming. So it was definitely baby mama drama. Because the girlfriend, if she would have started it, she would have been talking shit. And like I said, her and the baby's father were quiet. Neither one of them said anything. It was all the baby's mother and her friends and her current boyfriend that ended up popping old boy that were over there talking shit. Yeah, thank you, Laura. Okay. So you get what I mean. That junk is crazy. What's going on, A-boy?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Did you see the video that I'm talking about?
That video is fucked up.
Right? It is, right? Can you
It
imagine?
is even dirtier because he's right in his like the entrance of his door. Like
Yep.
he didn't even move. Like he wasn't even saying
Nope.
nothing. He wasn't saying
Exactly.
nothing. He wasn't saying nothing. He was right there in the in the entrance of his house, and that guy just went and shot him twice and dug in his pockets. You know
Yep.
that's gonna be that that case is gonna be some shit because they're gonna get him for first degree murder. They're gonna get because he obviously killed him in his house. Second, Allah, he went into his pocket, so it's gonna be like if he robbed him, it's gonna be a crazy case. And that girl needs to get charged too because she was recording. Straight
Thank
up.
you. Thank you. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, that if she wouldn't have been talking all that shit and telling the guy, like, he's the one that pushed me in the bed,
And then
all
and
that
then
shit.
and then in the end, she thought like I didn't think he was gonna do that.
You're right. Bitch, yes, you did. I don't give a
Like like like
damn.
like you knew he was gonna do that. You knew he was gonna do that straight up. You knew
Yep.
he was hot headed, and if you were instigating the problem like that, you knew he was gonna do something about it. Straight up.
Exactly. Because if she didn't think he was going to do anything, why would you even call him over there?
Like and there's so many people around.
Right?
There's like there are like 10 people around. Like
And what I heard too was that I guess when the baby's mom had showed up, she had her friends with her. So they had tried to basically jump the girl. That's why the baby's father got in it and broke it up in the first place. So that's why a lot of those people are already out there. But like I
that's why
said, that man had
that's
to
why
have
you
been
gotta that's why you gotta watch out because like the first time I
yeah.
got shot when I was 18 years old when I had barely turned 18, I got shot for
Uh-huh.
somebody else's problems and it was the same way that they shot me from the back and I fell I face planted broke
Oh
all
wow.
broke off my teeth in my front my bottom teeth went through like my bottom lip and everything.
Oh, wow.
It was hectic. And the second time they shot me from the front. So at least they shot me from the front the second time, but the first time they shot me from the back, and that's the
Hey,
worst.
Queen K, how are you doing? Hey, boy, what the hell were you doing? Gang banging? Jesus, boy.
Nah, I was hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Boy, you could say that again.
And
Dang.
the second time they were trying to get me. I ain't gonna lie about that. But the first time they were trying to get somebody else.
That's crazy. That happens a lot too, though,
Ye-
especially in Chicago where they just fly bullets around like they're birds. But um, when we're seeing a lot in the news where people are trying to aim. I don't even think they're aiming nowadays because people's kids are getting shot. Innocent people are getting shot. Like you'll hear about 6 people in Chicago that get shot on a Friday, and they didn't even hit their target, like at all. I don't know how they're shooting at people, but it's getting to be a little bit ridiculous.
it's not that, but it's just people start running, and then when they're running towards they're running past places. So when they're running past places, that's when things like that happen.
That's true too. Now, I will tell everybody if you do not know this, word of advice, if you're ever caught in a situation where bullets are flying in your direction and you got to run, zigzag, and
Yep,
also
yep.
do not follow the crowd. Go the
Nope.
total opposite way of where most people are running because just like A Boy just said, even if whether it's a terrorist act, whether it's just a regular person that's trying to shoot somebody else, they're going to aim for the crowd. So don't go the different way.
And you know what's crazy? The second time I got shot, they aimed at the crowd, and I'm the only one that got hit. But they shot straight at the crowd, and the bullet that hit me, it hit the floor, and and then it went into my leg. So
Oh, it
it did,
ricocheted.
yeah, it ricocheted. But the first time that they shot me, they were shooting. I didn't know shit about all of that. I was still in high school, so I was just running. The guy that they were shooting at, he ran home. The guy
Oh
that stayed,
wow.
the guy, and he ran straight home. And the guy that stayed with me, which he got shot with me, but he
Oh
just got shot
wow.
in his leg.
Did you know the guy that shot you?
I didn't know the guy that shot me. I guess
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay, okay. We were going to go get beer. We were going to go get beer, and I should have listened because they said just stay here. We'll get the beer and we'll come back.
Oh
I was like,
dang.
and then I was like, nah, it's cool. Don't trip. I'll go with you guys. Till it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like no later than 5. So we're going to the store. We crossed the park, and when we crossed the park, he ran into one of his enemies, and then he they ended up fighting, and he fucked him up. The guy that I was with,
Mm.
he ended up. But the thing is, the guy was right there with his. I don't know if it was his son or his nephew. So I guess he took it more personal.
Oh.
He took it more personal. So what he did was we still went to the store, we got the beer and everything, and when we're coming back, that's when he rolled up, but he didn't get off the car, and that's where everything, like my my situation, it 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 turned into something different because he didn't get off the car, but he shot us with a 44.
Oh wow. Yeah, and you said that was the one that ricocheted?
No, that was the first one.
Oh, that was the first time you got shot?
Yeah, the second time was with the 38.
Oh wow. People need to know that too. A lot of people don't realize that. There was a case where I think this happened in Atlanta, but there was a football player, like I think he was semi-pro, but he was dating like the beauty queen of Atlanta or whatever. They end up breaking up, and the beauty queen wasn't, taking that shit very well. So she ended up stalking him, trying to get back with him. He wasn't trying to hear it. So she ends up following him and his new girlfriend one night to the new girlfriend's house. And she pulls up, like she doesn't go in their driveway, so she's still in the road. And she pulls up, and the girlfriend and the guy are getting out of the car, and she shoots at the ground at the driveway, right, which is pavement. to try to scare him, right? Because he, I don't know, was making a point of some kind. I have no idea.
She was trying to
The
make a
bullet,
point.
yeah, the bullet ricocheted off the driveway and went into the guy's leg. And he goes in the house, right? And he's like, the bitch shot me, the bitch shot me.
It probably
And
hit one
before
of
the
his arteries or
it
something.
did. Yep, it did. And he bled out right there before the ambulance even got to him. So she's in prison now for killing him. But
Yeah, because
yeah,
the second time I got shot in my artery. And I didn't know I was shot because since I'm paralyzed, I can't feel nothing from my chest down. Like I could just move my arms and stuff. So I was like, I like we were in a circle. We were smoking, and um the guy that shot us, he was scared. It was a little kid, and he was scared. He was scared, and I'm like, he looks scared. He's gonna do something. He's gonna do something. I already knew because he looked scared. Like nobody looks scared just to look scared. You get
right.
me? Like
Yeah,
so he's right across the street. It took him like 5 minutes to cross the street and to actually do what he was gonna do. But long story short, he he literally shot at a crowd of 5 people, and the bullet that hit me was the one that ricocheted, and I didn't even know I was hit because I can't feel my leg. So I was like, "Am I hit? Am I hit?" And I'm checking the top of like the top part of my body because like the bottom
right.
part, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm checking my like my stomach, my like stuff
Oh,
like
wait a
that.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on, hey boys. So you were already paralyzed from the first shot?
Yes,
Holy shit. So you're telling, oh my God. So you couldn't feel when you got shot the second time?
exactly.
Oh my God. That's
So so
crazy.
I'm
Go ahead.
so I'm leaking like I'm not bleeding normal. I'm leaking like leaking from my leg. Like I had on gray sweats because we were just smoking. So I had on gray sweats, and then like my one side of my gray sweats is all red. It's all red, like just leaking, and
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
and then my adrenaline was going so fast. I started just pushing myself. I started pushing myself, but when I was pushing myself, like you see the trail of blood, you see the trail of blood, and then luckily there's a Circle K across the street. So I went to the Circle K and I was just like, call cops. And then they're all like, what happened? What happened? I was like, I got shot. But I was bleeding too much. So they tied something around my
They give
leg.
you a tourniquet? Yeah.
Yeah, they tied something around my leg. Belt. And they tied it around my leg. And I was like, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna pass out. And they're like, you're still awake because I was bleeding too much. And I was like,
Yeah.
to like, I'm gonna pass out. Like, there's no way I could stay awake. Like, I'm gonna pass out. Like, you know how much liters they had to get? They gave me a liter and a half of blood.
Oh, wow.
That's how much blood I lost. I almost bled out. If it were if they were not
Yeah,
and when
that tourniquet saved you probably.
yeah, because when they tell you, I'm telling you, and then when I got to the hospital, they try to cut off my leg because all like it hit your main artery that goes to your heart, and your leg is gonna start rotting, like it's gonna start dying out.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, I'm not gonna let you cut my leg off, and to this day I still have my leg, so thank God, you know.
That's
But
crazy.
I'm telling you, my and 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 that's nothing. My life is every time I go to the hospital, they always tell me, they're like, "How are you still alive? Like, how are you still you you like somebody up there doesn't want you to go up there yet because
Yeah, you're definitely I would be thinking if I was you, like, there's gotta be something that I'm supposed to be here on the earth for because I definitely you've got as many lives as, like, little Reese or whatever.
oh, I got more lives than Lil Reese because Lil Reese
Yeah, right?
he got he Lil Reese, he got shot, but his friend is the one that got shot more times. He got shot.
Right.
Little Reese got shot, but Little Reese got jumped. before he
Right.
got before he got shot. That's why you see him with the big bump on it on his in top of his
Yep.
eye, like the knot and
Yep.
everything. They jumped him. They jumped him and they
I'm gonna
shot.
do a Yeah, I'm gonna do a show about it a little bit later, and you got to be there because you obviously have done your research and know about it. Because I'm gonna do it to where we can all talk about it. Because
It's because you could see like I know you could see like different scenarios like when you look at the camera angles and stuff like you can see like how it all went down. Like they said that it was about a car. It wasn't about a car because
no,
why is it gonna be about a car if he's rich?
exactly. Yeah, no, it wasn't over a
it,
car.
it,
It
it,
wasn't
it,
over that.
it wasn't over a car. It was over something else. They caught each other slipping. They started fighting. They started fighting. One person started losing, and the other person popped out the gun and he started shooting. And his friend is the one that got it because his friend was the one that they were attending to most. If you look at the video, they have them all cuffed up.
Right, right.
They're like
Hey, King Ramon.
like 3 4 people got shot up, but they had them like cuffed up. They cuffed them all up.
Right, right,
So you get me? Like they shot each other for sure. They shot each other for sure. And it's crazy because the first time I got shot, the first it was so crazy because like the first time I had gotten shot, there are Armenians. I don't know what happened, but the
oh
Armenians
wow.
they ended up having a shootout. Like they had a shootout, Armenians and Armenians. And when the cops got there, the Armenians said that they shot at them. You get what
Oh
I'm saying?
wow.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
like
that they started it
they
first.
no, they said that other people shot at them since they're all Armenian. They said that
Right, that's what I meant. Not like they did it, but like other people. Yeah, yeah, I gotcha.
exactly. And then it was like 5 Armenians that were shot, but there was one Armenian that was super shot. Like he was like real bad. And then it's crazy because when they send you to rehabilitation, how they sent me after I was in the hospital because I was in the hospital like for 4 months because of that. Because when I got shot,
Wow.
I got shot, but it punctured my lung. My lung it collapsed like it collapsed. 44s are no joke. If you know
Oh
what a
yeah, no,
44 is,
they're gonna put a hole in you.
yeah, people think 45s are crazy. Get shot by a 44 revolver, nothing compared to a 45.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
fact.
I can see people talking shit if it was a 22 maybe, because I always joke about those, and I used to say that you can't even shoot through a lampshade with one of those. But yeah, you getting shot with, yeah, that's no joke. Even at 38, hell.
Yeah, yeah, when I got shot with the 44, that I got shot once and I was in the hospital for 4 months. And when I got shot with the 38, I was in the hospital for pretty much a week. Like that they were just because I could get infections and whatnot and I got
Right,
to a point I fucked up my body so bad that when I got hit by the car, I I was in the hospital for a whole month. For a whole month, I didn't even know I was in fucking. I didn't even know what happened. I didn't. To this day I like I stutter because I fractured my skull, my spine. I now I got another fracture in my spine. I broke my femur. They operated. They put a steel rod and I broke well my whole leg was broken, but they just fixed my femur because that's where I do my transfers from. So that like that was like their main priority. You get me?
right, right. So
Yeah,
you're
and they
trying to
is
tell me that you got shot and ended up getting paralyzed. Then you get shot again in the leg, couldn't feel it, but that ended up messing you up even more. Then you were outside one day. What is the last thing you remember? Like, were you trying to cross the road or something when you got hit?
the guy it was the guy's fault because he even stopped he stopped because he knew if he would have kept going, it would have been a hit and run, straight up. Because
Yeah.
he hit me in the street where there's a lot of people. He hit me 2 blocks away from where I live. So he hit me where like in a cross street where there's like a lot of people, and he hit me like around 7 in the night. So there's still a lot of people outside in the night, and it was the weekend. You get me?
Oh
So
wow. Yeah. Well, at
yeah,
least
so
there were a lot
he
of witnesses. Were you at least allowed to sue the guy?
well, I'm doing them as we speak.
Oh, okay, okay. That's good. That's good. Definitely. Because, and I'm not saying that he did it on purpose, but if, how, like,
And I can say and I can say that I don't know what happened. I don't
yeah,
remember.
like, was he
I
looking
don't.
at his phone and not
I
paying
I
attention or what?
I have no clue. Like no clue. Like what happened at all. At all. Like I can't say it's his fault. I can't say it's my fault. I can't.
Oh, wow. So you don't remember anything.
I
Do you even
I,
remember being hit?
I don't even remember like a minute before that.
Oh, wow.
That's
That
how
might
bad it was.
that might be a good thing though, because then you
When I
don't
woke up,
like,
when I
go ahead,
woke up,
sorry.
I was like, where am I at? And then and then I thought it was Sunday and it was Thursday.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
and then I'm all like, how long have I been here? And then they're all like, you've been here like 3 weeks. I was like, are you serious?
Wow. They probably
Yeah,
put you into a medically induced coma though, probably because they had to
no,
work on you so much.
that's what they did because of the halo.
Right, right. Yeah, you can't be moving around.
Yeah, I couldn't be moving around because I could have hurt my spine more, and I would have really messed myself up. And if I hurt my spine more, then it could be I can move it could be to the point that I can't move my arms no more, and
Right. Well,
that
because
would
right now, just to
destroy
get an
me.
understanding of it, you can move your head and your neck and your arms. Can you move like your chest?
I'm paralyzed from my chest down, so I'm pretty much paralyzed from my nipple down, like a little bit more up.
Okay, okay.
I would have not been able to move my arms.
Right. Wow. And then that's horrible when that happens because then they got to put you on like one of those breathing things because oh
I
wow.
I would I re- I really I would have rather died than going through that. The truth, like I don't know how
Right.
it is, but I rather me not have made it if I was in that situation. Just
Yeah, if you were going to be like a pure vegetable type of thing. Now, you
uh,
said your stutter, you never used to stutter before that either, so
ne-
you got
never until the car hit me. But
oh
they said
wow.
but they said that that's from the halo and from the fracture in my head. So
Oh wow. Hey NASA. That's wild. Well, I'm glad that you at least, have they told you like because I know it's not too long ago that you got hit, but have they told you that maybe you'll get some of your feeling back, or are you pretty much just paralyzed like that?
right now I'm going to like top specialists like because they're like because I started having seizures. I started having seizures like
Oh no.
yeah, so like I had a seizure like the first seizure I had. I didn't remember. Like I was just in my room and I was in my bed and I like they walked in on me and I was just right there like foaming out of my mouth and everything. And then like I woke up and I was in the hospital like tied up, and then like with like things in the side of the bed and stuff like in case of
Right.
like, and then the second time like it happened like so quick. Like it just started happening, and then I was like they just put me to the side, and then the third time was the scariest because I was just right here in my bed, and I just started like shaking, like super, like I just started shaking, and then I was like the like, are you okay? And then I couldn't answer, like I couldn't answer, like I was just shaking, and I was just like and then they're like, "Not call the ambulance," and then they call the ambulance, and I was in the
Oh,
hospital
wow. At
for
least
a whole.
somebody was there with you though, thank goodness, because I know that, like, you have a seizure, you can end up hitting something, or you
No,
can
I
end
bet
up.
I ate up all like I couldn't talk. I ate up all the inside of my mouth. Like
Right.
I bit my lips, my tongue, my it cra-
Ugh.
I couldn't I couldn't eat. They didn't understand. But then they put me on the seizure medicine, and then since then I've been like perfect.
Okay, good. That's at least, oh my goodness. That's horrible.
Like right now, like I'm doing, not too bad or nothing, but I'm doing great. Like me, like that's one thing about me that I always that people always have something to say about me is like they don't I don't know if people they judge me because of things have happened to people that they know and they pass away, less things or me, but me like some people look at me like, how are you still alive? Why are you still alive? Like
Right.
and I could see it in their eyes, like and it's crazy because I've been through so much, and like I tell you, like the last time I was in the hospital, I was trying to leave, and the nurse was like, she even called my family and she's like, don't let him leave out of the hospital because if he leaves,
Right.
he's not gonna get better. He's not gonna get better. Like we're trying to keep him alive, and he's over here trying to like just leave. You get me?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a
So
good thing that she got them to come and make you stay because, and you know, that might not have been you either. Like it could have been the drugs they had you on or something like that. Because I've seen people
yeah,
like where they'll have that pipe in their mouth and they'll rip it out and rip their IVs out and try to
no,
leave.
that happened the first time. That happened the first time when I got shot because I was paralyzed from my neck down for 3 weeks because my neck my spine was swollen. So I was pretty much paralyzed. They told my mom I was paralyzed from my neck down because my
Wow.
and then when my neck when my spine it swelled down. That's when I started moving my hands, and then I had a big pipe down my throat. The second when I got hit by the car, I had a pipe down my throat too. Same thing.
Oh wow.
That shit is
That's
traumatizing.
crazy.
That the getting hit by the car was more traumatizing than getting shot the first time. Straight up, because that halo that they put on your head, you can look straight. You can't turn or nothing. You can look down, up, side, nothing. Your eyes are looking, and they have you on the bed, and then they have you on a flat bed because you have to be flat. So you're just looking up at the ceiling.
Right.
That shit is that shit is. Every chance I got to get pain medicine, because I just want to fall asleep. I just want to fall asleep because
I don't blame you because you're saying you were strapped down, and if I'm thinking about what you're talking about, it's basically like one of those hospital beds where they'll rotate you, like but they don't move you because your spine's messed up. So the bed like flips over, right? Where
I,
like you'll be.
yeah, I was going through torture, and then they operate when they operated my leg. Oh my god! Like I I died. I thought I died, but I was. They were rolling me out. They were like, all the operation was successful. I was like, I felt like I was dead. The truth.
Oh
I
wow.
yeah. And then now I have a big ass scar from like my back, like where my ass starts, all the way to under my knee,
Oh wow.
and that's
Now, I have a question for you, right? Because I would like, since you were used to walking around, you weren't born like this. So, when you got paralyzed, was it like really hard for you to deal
I
with?
can
Like,
remember.
knowing,
I can remember. I can't remember how it feels to walk,
oh, really?
like at all. Like
So
Like
does it
walking
like,
is like
yeah, but like, okay, say if like something happens, like even though you've got a wheelchair and everything, is it scary to know that like you have to rely on that and you can't like run if you had to or something, or are you used to it?
like I mean, it happened to me so young that I got used to it. Like now, like I'm sort of scared using the wheelchair because of like I'm not like they like since in in 6 months, because this happened in December 6th, and it's already, yeah, in 6 months I've been on the wheelchair like 10 times. So like I'm scared of being on the wheelchair like right at the moment.
Yeah.
Like but like in the beginning, like when I really got on when I was 18, I really got on the wheelchair. Like until I got hit by the car, I used to do some crazy ass shit. Like people would look at me and they'll be like, "You're fucking crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy." Like I used to do
Nah.
shit. Like I used to do shit on my wheelchair that people couldn't do. People
Oh,
would
like
come.
those little tricks and stuff?
Yeah, like people would be like I don't know how you're so happy. Like that I'll be miserable. Like if I was in your position, I'll just be like I have no reason to be miserable. I'm alive. You get me?
Right, right, yeah.
People will be like, "You're strong." Like we wouldn't make it through that. We wouldn't make it through that. Like the psychological like, but I was so young and I was so like strong minded that I didn't let it get to my head, so I didn't cry about it or nothing. Like
Right.
like the doctor came in like when I woke up and I was like fully awake and everything. The first question I asked the doctor, "Can I still have sex?"
Ah!
And the doctor looked at me and he's all like, "You're asking me that when you should be happy that you're still alive because you should have been dead."
And what did you
And
say? So back to my question though.
I was just like, but back to the question, I can remember how it feels to walk. So
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but okay, so you get past that and now you said you're scared. Are you scared of being in the wheelchair because you got hit by the car in the wheelchair?
now I'm scared because I don't know how to use like I can't even write good. I can't even write good. I can't even like write or nothing. Like it
Oh,
it's
so your
hard. Like
arms aren't that
I'm very
strong.
recovering, and they said that like me, like I like to do things fast, so I'm fast paced. I'm real fast paced. I get things done quick and everything. Like even in a wheelchair, and the thing that's frustrating me is that it's just taking so damn long to heal. You get me?
Right. Yeah.
because because I had a all the bones on the right side of my body were broken except my arm, and I don't understand how my arm did not break. Like I don't understand. Like that's why I said like I don't know how I got hit. I don't know if the car hit me from the front, if it hit me from the back, and I flew off my wheelchair. I don't know nothing.
I would
Like
probably assume you probably flew out of it because I know that, if
that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that they hit me from the
yeah.
back. I'm because my knees like they were down to the white meat.
Oh my god, yeah, so you slid on the pavement. Oh
Yeah,
god.
like you get me. So it's like I don't know. I don't like to think about it because it frustrates me. But it's
Right.
crazy.
Well, we can
It's
move on. We can move on.
not
That's horrible.
not it's fine. It's just I use it's just questions. You know when you ask a question and you can get the answer for it, like
Right, right,
is just that feeling because nobody that I know was there. I was by myself. So
right.
it's like I can ask the person like I can ask nobody like, oh yeah, like did they hit me from the
What
front? Did they hit
happened?
me from the back? Yeah, exactly. You get me? So it's like
Yeah.
so
Hey, Brandon. That's
but
crazy, though. I'm glad that you're okay through all that. My God. But now, you're gonna have to be so careful because of all the things you've been through. Your body is so fragile now. Like, oh,
And the thing is, like, I'm sort of scared of being by myself now. Like,
oh yeah. Well, yeah, I can imagine because of the seizures and everything. Like,
I'm traumatized, and then it's not only that I'm traumatized. My family traumatized too because the I used to, like, they'll be like, they'll always tell me, they'll always be like, "You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing," but I wouldn't care. I didn't care, and look at what happened. Like,
do you have a service dog?
no, but I am gonna get one.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say that's definitely something. Because when you have seizures and things like that, the dog can actually detect it before it comes, and they'll, they give you a sign or whatever, and you can lay down or you can call 911.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
they're already I'm already working on that. I'm working on getting one already.
okay, good. Because that's definitely a be a good thing because then you'll have somebody there, and even though it's a dog, like, I'm a dog lover. I have two, so like that'll help you. You know what I mean? It'll make you a
Yeah,
little bit happier.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I have a dog in my house too, but it's not a service dog. You get me? But
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's right. You do have one. I forgot about that. Yep, you're right.
yeah, I have a little dog, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a service dog for sure because I can, you know.
Yeah, I saw a video one time where this girl had a service dog and she had seizures, and she was in Walmart one time and the dog had signaled her like to go lay down because I guess he could tell the seizure was coming, and
Mm-hmm.
she was able to lay down on like a bench in Walmart or whatever, and it passed, but the dog literally like sat next to her with his paw on her the whole time. Like they ended up calling an ambulance and all that, but like it was really neat how that dog sensed that. It was crazy.
It's crazy how dogs have turned into a person's best friend, huh? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
because and it's crazy because I had gotten my dog like right before I got shot, like probably like months before I got shot. I got the dog, and it was my dog, and it ended up turning into like my mom and my sister's dog.
Aw.
You get me?
Yeah, because you can take care of him because you're yep.
Yeah, they didn't want a dog, but like they're forced to like uh, go there
Yeah.
regardless. And my dog's still alive, and I've been in the wheelchair for 12 years. It's gonna be 12 years in January, February, March, January.
That's crazy.
It's already been 12 years. You see how time you. That's the thing.
Yes.
That's the thing about um um me now. Like it, my I got shot January. No, January, February, March the 30th of
Wow.
2000 2009.
That was when you were shot the first time?
Yeah, when I got
So
into what.
how long after that was the second time?
Oh, that was it. Like 9 years later.
That's crazy. So you got shot for the first time in 2009 and then you got shot for the second time 9 years later.
Yep.
Weird. Weird. There's a couple of nines in there.
And it's crazy. It's crazy, and it, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna give an interview to somebody one of these days. I don't know if you want to interview me one of these days or something.
It'll
I
probably be me.
yeah, I don't want to give the interview to somebody just to give it to them. I want to give it to somebody that actually really cares. You get me? Like somebody
Right.
that actually wants to get the story out to help people. Like not somebody that just wants to
Exactly.
like use
Yeah.
it as clickbait. You get me?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Brandon is in the chat and Brandon says Brandon said, "So who's going to clean up the dog poo?" And then he says, "Brandon, you came in here late after he done told the whole story."
My mom trained my dog to poop on the mat.
Use the litter box?
No, you know those mats, the mats that like the chucks that you put on the floor, like
Oh,
dog
yeah, yeah,
pads.
yeah, yep. Okay,
So,
okay.
like she put in the restroom and my dog knows like it straight goes to if it has to poop or pee it pees on
Right,
the mat. So mind
right,
is
yeah,
that
then
she
you
is
can
dumps
just
it
pick that up and throw it away.
yeah she is dumps it in the toilet and she is the pet away and that's it. So
Right, right. That'll be
mm,
different though if you have a I don't know, like, what do you call, if you end up with a big dog, I don't know how you're gonna do that.
and that's where everything that's where I ran out because like like
You know what though, A boy? They do have people, especially with you being, paralyzed and in a wheelchair like you are, they do have people that'll actually come over and walk your dog for you. So, usually people that that do like volunteer work or like home nursing type of thing, like they usually have people that do pet work for that because when after my mom was sick, they asked her did she need somebody to come and walk her animals and all this other stuff because I they didn't know I was going to be there. So they do have stuff like that. You just got to ask. So try to ask, like, if you have a home health care aide or somebody like that, there's definitely
yeah
people that'll do that for
like
free.
I have my own like my caregiver and everything. Like I pretty much used to do everything on my own, but now I can't because of
Right.
my recovery. But when I recover, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to do everything on my own again. Like and me, that's the thing about me. Like I don't sit home and like feel sorry for myself, cry myself to sleep, and stuff like that. No, I want to get on. I want to do stuff. I want to I want to. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So like, yeah, I'm not those depressed type of people that like put themselves down and whatnot. You get me?
Right. Well, that's
Like,
good. That's good at least.
yeah, but since I've been on this YouTube shit, it's all bullshit. It's
Oh
I
God.
used to get on here. I get on here for I get I get on here for the for for the shits and giggles, but it ends up consuming a lot of your life when you get really invested in it.
It does. It does. It definitely does. There's enough stuff going around that you can just go from one person's channel to another to another to another.
Exactly, you could be on YouTube all day watching people's lives.
Yep. Yep, you really can. And well, and let me tell you, um there like some people literally get I don't know if the right word would be obsessed, but I know that there's been a couple of channel holders from the sector that I come from where they will literally ignore their kids. They'll just totally be on the computer like all day long, all night long, and ignore their real family. Like that shit is a real thing that people do. It's
And,
crazy.
yeah, and that ain't cool because
No.
like before all of this I was going to the board meetings. I'll go to the board meetings for
Uh-huh.
people in wheelchairs and whatnot and everything. But like right now, like since I'm recovering, like but I'm gonna start going again. And good thing everything happened when COVID was like going on because it like sort of like lined up with the with my accident, so it wasn't
Right.
like me not doing what I had to do. You get me?
Right. Do you have to go to like physical therapy and stuff?
No, because I already know how to do everything. So it's like I do the physical
Oh,
therapy on my
okay.
own.
True, true.
Yeah, so it's like they'll be like I wouldn't even tell to give me physical therapy because it'll be like somebody else less that they can help. You get me?
Yeah.
No, I ain't greedy like that. Like there's people like in in worse situations. Like I mean,
Right.
like I've been through a lot, but there's people that are worse situations. Look at Noisy Wolverine said who he thinks he's 50 Cent.
I know you saw that. I think he's saying that because of how many times you got shot? Didn't 50 Cent get
Twice,
shot like 4 or 5
like
times or something?
like nine.
Oh my God, was it that much? Jesus.
Yeah, he got shot. He got shot a lot of times.
Oh wow. That's
Like
crazy.
like in his face, his jaw, his. But 50 is a big person, so
Yeah, yeah,
you
he
got to
is.
think of it too. You got to think of it too.
Oh yeah, because didn't he used
uh,
to be overweight too?
he's big. He's a big he's a big person.
He just ate
He's like
those
part
bullets. That's crazy.
exactly, and I'm 5'8", 150 pounds wet, soaking wet. So
Right, right.
you gotta compare like a 5'7", 5'8" person to like a 6 feet person, 250
Well, and
pounds.
I don't remember what he got shot with either. Like if he got shot with something, like a 22 or something like that, you know what I
Nah,
mean? Not that it
but a 22 could kill you too if you're smart because there's no way it's gonna come out. The bullet's gonna come out. So it's just gonna stay in your body. It's just keep going and going
yeah,
and going.
rips your insides up.
Yo, they'll rip your insides up, and that's what people don't know. People are like a 22 can kill you. Can't kill you. A 22 could kill you if you know how to use a 22.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Because a bigger caliber, one of the things that you get to know is if it's got an exit wound, it's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. It's always a good sign when it has the exit. If it has the exit, when it does have the exit one, that's when you gotta worry. Point blank
Yep.
and simple.
Exactly.
Because that means
That's
that it's
like
still in there, and they're
yep.
gonna have to take it out. Mhm.
Yep.
They're gonna have to, and if it has an exit wound, at least they know they could repair. They could repair. They could stop the bleeding. They could repair and do what they gotta do. But when it's in there, they don't know if take it when they open you up, where's that at? When they take it out,
Right.
if what's gonna happen or
Yeah,
so.
you're right about that. Brandon came in
Yeah,
late
my so
and
my
he said, why did he get shot and who shot him and for what? Jeez, Brandon. He had told all that already, but he ended up being with the wrong people and somebody was trying to shoot at somebody else and ended up getting him. And that's when he had gotten paralyzed. Then he was with people the second time and the bullet had ricocheted, but he didn't feel it because he was already paralyzed. It got him in the leg. So, and he really doesn't know who it was because they were gunning for the other guy, not him. Um, that's kind of a rundown. If you want to hear him say more about it, just rewind it and you'll hear it.
yeah, and that's the thing because people always want to hear the story. They want to see your line. That like you don't know how like people on the internet are like are they're crazy and they be like, oh yeah, like, oh, how did uh, this happen? But he's saying that this happened and this happened. How did this happen when this happened? They're trying to play detective, and it's like there's no point of saying the story over and over again if you're just gonna keep questioning and questioning and questioning. You get me?
Right, right.
Like,
Now Nosy brings up a good fact. Nosy says that oh shoot, hold on, where was it? He said you've got the lawsuit with no physical therapy. That is kind of a good question, right? Because when you do go to court, because you do have the lawsuit, um and I want to tell you this because I've dealt with the VA being a veteran and everything. If
mhm.
you don't go to like physical therapy or if they think you're healed as much as you're going to be healed or and you're not trying like if you still don't have
But
ailments.
when I got hit by the car, I did go. I went to the wheelchair hospital.
Okay,
So
okay.
so 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 uh so so they have everything right there. They have all the files, like everything that they did to me and everything. You get me?
Right, right. Yeah, Brandon says that that's the worst luck I've ever heard of. I know, Brandon, right? Like if I was A-boy, I'd be scared to leave the house. Like he I thought I had bad luck. My God. Well, okay, I got a question for you, A-boy. The people that you were hanging out with, did they did they stick around to help you after you got shot, or did they disappear and they weren't your friends anymore?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was saying that when you got shot, like whether it was because the second time it ricocheted, but like the first time when you got shot, the friends that you had where the other guy was supposedly the one that was going to get shot or whatever, did did your friends still stick around after you got shot, or did they not be your friends anymore?
Oh, that person ain't here no more.
Oh, okay, well we'll move on. Um, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. Hey, Gray Wolf. He says people don't realize that a hollow point 22 mushrooms to 9 millimeter upon impact. Good point. Very good point. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people don't even know simple things that if you shoot up in the air, that that bullet has to come down, and it can very easily kill someone coming down. People don't think of things like that a lot of the times. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Brandon, no, he didn't. He got the stutter that he's got after he got hit by the car. Hey, Shippa. Not much, not much. Nosy's asking all these questions. You can rewind it, Nosy, and he talks about all that. That's what he said, Brandon. And before A Boy came up, well, when A Boy was coming up, oh, that's a good point too, A Boy, right? The guy that we were talking about with the baby mama thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you see how he got shot twice. We don't know what he got shot with yet, but he got shot and he died right then and there. So it is scary. Like, look at 50 Cent, like you were just saying. Some people can get shot multiple times and they get lucky and live through it, and others, they can get shot one time and, like that guy in the leg I was talking about, and bleed out and die. It's crazy.
Ex- eh, eh, exactly, and and that's when people start looking at you weird because they're all like, "Oh, like what makes you so special? What makes like you get me? Like
Yeah.
what's special about you? Like a lot of people don't get the opportunity that you get, the chance that you get, the luck that you have. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And some people hold animosity towards you because of that.
That's true. That's true. But you can't help it. I mean, if you
You
get hurt,
you
you
can
get
help
hurt.
yeah, you can help it, but you can't help the people's feelings and animosity
That's
towards
true
you
too.
neither.
Yeah. Yep. That's very
Like,
true.
like you get me? Like now I don't have I don't hang out with nobody. I have no friends. Like
Right.
like I had dozens and dozens of friends, and now I have a handful of friends. Like
Yeah, that happens sometimes when I used to work security. I worked at one of the places I worked at was a big apartment building, and it was filled with either it was like older people and it was people that were handicapped. And I would hear the stories from the people in there where they used to have all these friends and they had either gotten in a car accident or whatever happened. And now because they've got issues, all their friends left them basically. And I think that's kind of shitty because, you know, sometimes your personality can change, if you get hurt, but other times you're the same person. So I like to look at it like if your friends aren't around you because of something like that, then they weren't your real friends in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. But like all my friends stuck around, and then anyway, so like
Right, right.
I'm the one that cut off a lot of people. They didn't cut me off. I cut them off.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
You get me? Like
True, true.
like they didn't cut me off. Like I still have a lot of friends. I like there's a lot of people still call me and everything. I just don't answer them.
Right, right. Hey,
I
Shippa.
Oh wow, I'm on. I'm on. What's happening?
Not much. What are you up to?
None. Just chilling at home. You know how you do on Sunday. We were just playing some Call of Duty. Killed some people quickly. Got racially abused. Had to tell a
Uh,
guy to where to go, and then we just had to jump off. So I just thought, let me see what you're saying, man. This sounds interesting, though. Who got shot? Who disappeared? Who's the friends? Talk to me. I'm confused.
okay. Well, my
it,
live was actually about.
it's a real it's real confusing if you don't hear it from the beginning, and that's why it has to
Well, that's
be
about you, A boy. I'm gonna tell him just what my live was about before, because A boy
okay.
here, Shippa, he's been through a lot, but
Yeah,
my live was actually about the guy that had gotten shot in Houston, Texas.
yeah.
Where did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that. Talk to me. I ain't heard about this. Is American news to me. Like I don't. We don't really
Oh
hear a
Lord.
lot of. We don't hear a
Yeah,
lot of this stuff.
I posted the link too of the video, but it's probably way up in the comments or whatever. But basically,
Yeah.
what happened was a baby. Okay, how am I going to explain this? All right, a baby's mother and okay, the baby's mom of this guy, right? She
Uh-huh.
shows up to his apartment to fight his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
The baby's father gets in between the baby's mother and the new girlfriend. He doesn't want them to fight, right? And plus she had
Yeah.
brought other girls to, like, jump the girl and all this and that. So he breaks it up. He doesn't put his hands on the baby's mother or anything like that, right? But he breaks up the fight. Now, when somebody starts recording, well, the baby's mother's actually recording along with a bunch of other people, but she's talking straight shit, right? She's telling her current boyfriend, she's like yelling across the complex, and she's like, "Oh, that's him right there in the doorway. That's the one that pushed me." Damn. She was like, "That's the one that pushed me right there, the guy in the doorway," because the baby's father's just standing in the doorway of his own apartment. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, her boyfriend, the baby's mother's boyfriend, comes over, walks up to him and shoots him twice and then robs him.
What?
Yeah. So basically, because of her saying that, "Oh yeah, he pushed me, it's him right there," when he didn't even put a hand on her.
Yeah.
She basically got him killed. The guy shot him literally in his doorway. He died, and he went in his pockets, and yeah, and it's all on
Yeah.
video.
That sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the guy who shot him, I don't know what's going through his mind, but you obviously don't value life.
Right?
It's crazy, like, to just do that, and especially where that's like the children's father as well. Like, so she's called
Exactly.
this guy to kill her own child's father. Like, that's weird. Like, that's some
Yep.
weird, babe. It's very strange. I couldn't live around people like that.
Exactly. Well, and one thing that strikes me as really weird, right? Normally, when you've got a baby's mother or a baby's father that tries to fight the current girlfriend or boyfriend, normally,
Mm.
they're still messing around or something like that. But if he had a girlfriend and she had a boyfriend, why is
Mm.
she trying to jump his new girlfriend? Like, what's up with
Um,
that? Like,
yeah, it's
It
weird.
had
It's
to
very strange.
it had to be over baby powder. It had to be over. Oh, he's not giving me money for the baby or something. Yeah,
oh yeah,
isn't
it
it?
could be.
That's still not
It's
good enough, though, man. It's still not good
no,
Oh
no,
enough
no,
no,
no, no.
to
I
take
know
a
it
man's
isn't.
life. That's just
Uh,
strange. That's weird because think about it like this: if that's what it's over, you're never getting it now, are you? Like, come on, it's weird, bro. It's weird. Like that whole energy is off. That's that. I'm gonna be honest. That I don't know if someone was possessed, but it sounds possessed. It sounds strange. It sounds extreme. Like it just don't sound normal, does it? Like because I
no, it's
got.
definitely
Come
extreme.
on,
I'll give
man.
you that.
and then
That's
he ran to
crazy.
and then he ran to the guy's pockets.
That's crazy.
That's the
Hmm.
craziest part about it.
Yeah,
Like
that he robbed him afterwards. And he
he
didn't even
shot
hesitate. He walked right up to him, shot him twice in the back at
he
point
shot
blank
him
range, and
right
robbed him.
like you. He has all the gun residue on his hand. for sure, on his arm,
Yeah.
everywhere, and then he ran through his pockets. That's the craziest part about it.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
Inside of the guy's house. So that does that make it a different charge, or like I
Well,
don't know about
now that I think about it, boy, while you're saying that, right? This man just had shot that guy and literally went inside the guy's apartment and robbed him. What if he would have had another person in the apartment and that person could have
Exactly.
shot the guy that shot him? Like, that
Exactly.
guy had a lot of balls. Like, something is wrong with that dude.
Hmm.
And
yeah,
Shippa, one of the
yeah.
things that I was talking about earlier is I was saying how even though the baby's mother didn't shoot her baby's father, I think she should definitely be charged with something and serve some freaking time because
Yeah,
if it
100.
wasn't for her, he wouldn't be dead.
100. 100. Because she called it on, really and truthfully.
Yep.
That's the
Yep.
bottom
In
line
the
of it.
video, after
Well,
he gets shot, you
well,
can hear her say like she says like, "Oh, I didn't know he was going to do that," or "I didn't," something along those lines. When it's like, "Bitch, what do you think was going to happen?"
Exactly.
Like, you're calling
and
him
that's the
over
worst
there.
thing. And that's the worst thing she couldn't say. She could have said it because she implicated that she's the one that started everything.
Oh, good point. Good point. Yep.
She's the one right there when she said she said that she right there. She's saying that she instigated the whole problem. Straight
Yep.
up, straight up.
And like
So
Shippa was saying, that is so stupid because now the baby's daddy is passed away. She basically ruined two people's lives because the baby daddy's gone, and now your so-called boyfriend is going to be put away for life. Like he might get the death penalty for that because he not only killed the guy, but he robbed him in his own
Yeah.
shit.
But there's more
that's
to
it.
it than that because there's kids involved in this. So now there's kids without a father. There's so many victims here, you know. And now she has to now be in a situation where she's got to do, look after these kids on her own. She can't expect the help of anyone else now, other than family now. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Because they don't have a dad. So
That
where you
that
gonna
that
get child support
that
from now?
that's if they don't lock her up because she ain't gonna be able to look after if she's locked up.
Exactly. And then them kids end up in what, foster homes, like that. Or
It
luckily, if they got a
it
family member, they might have somewhere to
it,
go. But it's where it is,
it,
bro.
it, it's messed up because at the end of the day, some people get hurt over other people's actions, and that's one thing I had to
Yep.
learn the hard way. Like it used to be crazy because I used to my mom used to always be like, you hang around with certain people, you don't put one person to to the mess, you put a lot of people to the mess. I used to be like, yeah, whatever, until it got to a point that I started putting people in they'll always be in the hospital. They'll always be this. They'll always be that. They'll be picking up my medicine. They'll be doing this after me, doing that after me. You get me? And it's just like it's messed up. But the times that we're in, we're in messed up times regardless. So it's just like
Yeah, you're not lying about that. Shippa, I
Well,
wish you would have been around. I did a live last night. It was only for like an hour and a half though, but I was talking about the oil pipeline that ended up getting hacked over here. Did you guys hear about that?
oh,
no, talk to me.
that was a good life. I don't know why you cut it off so short. I was like, oh, well, she only did like an hour live when you be doing those
I
marathon
know,
lives.
right?
Like I was like an hour. I was like an hour. What happened to the 4 hour mark?
I know that's short for me, right? But I was talking by myself and I'm still getting used to it. So if I like run if I'm done with the story and nobody's like coming up or asking questions, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm talking to myself that it,
Exactly.
it doesn't make you seem crazy sometimes. Like it doesn't make you feel crazy.
It does a little bit because you're just like, okay, because it's hard, right? Because you're talking, but you can see that people are there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, they're either not interested enough to ask me stuff or want to come up here, so I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, and they said that I look like NASA, but NASA got a uni eyebrow and I don't. So I,
So what
Oh
was that?
Lord.
What was that show about yesterday? I mean today, sorry,
Oh
earlier or
well,
yesterday.
what I had talked about was you said you didn't hear about it, but basically there was an oil pipeline from it stretched from Texas to New Jersey. It was like 5,000 miles and it ended up getting hacked by some group on the dark web that they linked back to Russia. And the hackers stopped the gas flow of this pipeline because it's all computerized. And they basically told the company, we want so many millions of dollars, because basically they took their information, their computer stuff, they encrypted it so the company couldn't run their own shit. And and one thing that the U.S. government does, they used to tell us in the military, if you get taken overseas, you better try to get yourself out of that situation, because we don't negotiate with any kind of terrorist group. And so, right. And so I was thinking, like, well, the FBI had told this company, don't pay them. You know what I mean? Because if you pay a ransom,
they're
that can go
They're gonna do it again.
Yeah, they're gonna keep. They're gonna think that they can
right,
keep doing and
you're
doing
gonna,
that.
yeah,
They're gonna use
other
it.
groups are gonna
They're
pop
gonna
up.
use it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, other people are going to be like, oh shit, I could get a couple million. Let me go ahead and hit this pipeline over here type shit. And so anyway, this company was a civilian company. So they ended up paying the millions of dollars to this group. And now they gave their information back, and apparently the line is going okay now, or it's slower, and it's going to be back to normal soon. Allegedly that's what the company is saying. But I was discussing on my live exactly what I was saying, to where with them paying those people, and that was a big thing too. They were able to trace it back to Russia, but the statement that the dark web people had put out, it said, I've got it written down, but it just sounded fishy, because they were saying, we're not attached to any government, so don't try to find a different motive, because that's not it. Because if the Russian government itself were the ones to do that, that's considered a terroristic act on our soil. And who knows, the president could be like, we're going to go over and fuck them up or whatever, right? So I was talking about how our country is so weak right now, and how in the military, we knew that the next attack was either going to be biological, an example, or they were going to hit our oil and gas or our power grid. And now they've hit this oil line. I think, in my opinion, it was a test. I think they were testing to see how we were going to react.
They were.
Yeah, you think so too?
Yeah, that's exactly. You swear they would have asked for money if it wasn't a test. If it was gonna go down, it was gonna go down. No money was gonna stop it or nothing. It was a test. It was a test to see if they could do it, and if it's successful, if they did it once, they could keep doing it over and over again. And
they can do it on a bigger scale.
Exactly, and you want to know what's the crazy thing about it all? That it's probably our own people that are giving them the information, and they just getting paid off for it.
It could be, but I do know that the FBI and everybody they're investigating it. But I also brought up that too, that these hackers, they had a page on the dark web, and everybody knows the dark web is untraceable. You know what I mean? Like, people have had issues on the dark web before, and when they went to the police have told them, we can't trace these people, you better move.
Because they're using IP addresses from.
Yeah,
you could be in Los Angeles. Yeah, you could be in Los Angeles, and then they're gonna give you a IP address that's from probably from Canada or the UK or something. You get me? So and it bounces, and it keeps just bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. So they're never gonna know exactly where you're at.
Yep, exactly. But I was saying that how, after I think that they did this test with our oil system and everything, I was like, okay, if you think about the state of our, how our country is right now, like, we are so divided right now, and we've got all this shit going on with the pandemic and everything else. I was like, if somebody really wanted to hit us or invade us, right now would be the time. And I was like, that's scary to think about.
It's like the coronavirus. in Las
Damn,
Vegas.
Shifter, is that you with all that damn noise? What the hell are you doing over there?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Like
I got
like
background. I got background.
like the coronavirus. Now little by little, it's going away.
Should have
The-
went on mute.
it,
Right.
so it seems like if it was just a test to see you see how many people went into panic. They started buying water. They test ran the coronavirus to see what people were gonna buy, so they know what to eliminate when they do the real thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I don't know though, because if, I definitely, in my opinion, the coronavirus definitely was man made. I think that it definitely was, I don't know if it was, China that was trying to mess us up or what. I think it backfired on them though, if that was their plan. So hopefully, maybe that'll deter
But
them
what?
from doing it again.
But what if they knew it was gonna backfire? Because if you want to do a virus that has no cure, you're gonna do a virus that has no cure.
Right.
Even you can't even cure it. They had a cure for it, and we're curing it ourselves. So what makes you think that they didn't want us to cure
Well,
like to
there's a
find?
vaccine for it. See, it's a virus, right? So you can never cure a virus. You can only treat it you can treat the symptoms, and you can try to get a vaccine for it, but you can never cure it. A virus, will
That's
mutate. It
true.
gets
That's
worse.
true.
Yeah, just like, because a cold and the flu is a virus. That's why there's nothing out there you can just get and it takes it away. But
It's
you
like
can get the flu shot.
it's like people with AIDS and stuff. Like they could
Exactly.
they could treat it, but it's never gonna go away. It's gonna still stay
Yep.
there. Yeah,
Yep.
I get exactly what you're saying. I didn't think of it that way until right now, but that's totally true.
Yep, and there's like what is there like 15 different strands of like the AIDS virus or whatever, like it mutated like to 15 different kinds or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It is the people. It is the people's fault too because they're the ones that are.
Right.
It starts as one, and then it mutates. It mutates because different people. Everybody's different. So at the end of the day, somebody could contract it, and when they pass it to somebody else, it's already mutated to something else.
Right, right. Well,
So
and I know that they were worried about. See, I'm hoping we're not making the same mistake that India made, because you know how India is just totally swamped with COVID right now. Like, I mean, they can't even burn their bodies quick enough. But they had ended up their numbers were really low for the first wave that went through, and I guess they got really relaxed and thought they had beat it, and so they opened everything back up again, but they opened it up too soon. Then there were these big religious gatherings, and so now they're hit with like this horrible second wave of it, and they're out of oxygen and people are dying outside of hospitals, and it's horrible over there. So I'm hoping now that with the vaccine and how more people are getting vaccinated over here, I just watched a thing from the CDC earlier today where they were saying that people that are vaccinated, they don't have to wear a mask if they don't want to, and that they don't have to social distance. But I don't trust that. First of all, this is a novel virus, which means it's brand new. We're trying to figure it out as we go. We don't know everything about it. And they were saying even if you do get vaccinated, it's only going to protect you for so many months. Like you might have to get vaccinated again. They don't know yet.
in Vegas,
So
is like in Las Vegas, they already they in certain like in Florida, Vegas, certain places, you don't have to wear a mask no more.
right, right,
Like over here where I live, if I go into Walmart, you have to put on a mask, mandatory. It's mandatory. They won't even let a certain amount of people the like the Walmart if you're it like there's a line outside of Walmart, but like I heard like in Florida, Vegas, all those places, it's not like that no more. And that's why they're doing all of the events and everything in Florida because Florida is one of the places that they're letting their restrictions, they're
They
letting.
lifted it.
Yeah, exactly.
And what sucks, right, is I live in Florida, and when we were locked down, we were one of the hot spots. It was horrible. So, now that they're lifting it, like I said, I hope it just doesn't backfire on us. You know what I mean? Because they were also saying that with the mutated version that was going around, that they had in, a couple of people had popped up with it in the UK, and then like they had it in India and a couple other places. And I think maybe one person over here had it, but they don't know if that, if the vaccine is going to stop the mutated version. So if you tell a whole bunch of people, oh, you
Exact.
can run around like normal, don't worry about it, and then this next, what do you call it, the mutated version hits, then what happens if everybody gets sick from that? Like, this is just horrible. You're not supposed to lift, in my opinion, I wouldn't be lifting any kind of mandates until everybody was okay. Like, I wouldn't be doing that. That's kind of crazy.
I never. In my opinion, I think it's never gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be like the flu is always gonna be around now.
Yeah,
It's just the way that people take care of themselves. Because the truth, I don't. Though in my position, I should have a real bad immune system, but I got a real good immune system. I hardly wear masks because I have anxiety. So like wearing the mask gives me anxiety. So
yeah.
like I don't wear the mask that much. I be around a lot of people and stuff, and my sister got it. She like pretty much she was normal. She was regular, but before the virus hit, both of my sisters had gotten sick for like a long time. Like they got sick for almost a whole month.
Yeah, see, and do you know there's been a lot of people that have said that, right? And I think that maybe it was over here before they knew it was over here.
It was
Yeah.
that's a fact. If somebody wants to argue it or not, that's a fact. It's been here before people knew it was even here. So
Yeah, I think so too. I think that ha! NASA says with your luck I wouldn't risk it. But I definitely think it was. I think that what happened was the first couple of people that ended up getting sick and dying from it, or dying from, the symptoms, I think maybe that's when they started counting and finding out that it was over here. But like you said, I think people had gotten sick, because you're not the first person I've heard say that. I've heard, a few people say, I was sick way longer than I should have been sick, and it was like the flu, times 10, and that was before they had even ever, said the word corona or COVID over here. So, yeah.
exactly. There was COVID for sure. Like in the other side of the world before it even came out here, before we
Well,
even
and it
heard.
causes pneumonia, right? So,
Yeah,
like,
because it attack what it does is it attacks your doesn't it attack like your lungs
it
and like.
attacks everything, your heart, your liver, all your organs, your lungs, it attacks
Yeah,
the brain, you're finding out.
but if you can't breathe good, then oxygen ain't getting to your head and getting to your brain good
Right.
and
Yep.
all that
And
and
I think that people were getting misdiagnosed at first, though. I think it was caused, people were saying that people were having pneumonia when it was really that.
exactly that they're using and now if you look at it, people could get um like just let's go say somebody falls, they hit their head, they got a their brain is bleeding. They'll say it's and they'll say it's COVID.
Yeah.
They'll say it's COVID, and if you haven't heard,
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
every hospital that has a COVID death, they get money for it.
Well, that's supposed to be changed now, but they fucked up, and that is true, because in the beginning, that was true. So what do you think they're going to do? Of course, they're going to say everybody's dying from COVID because they're getting paid for it. You know what I mean? And when people were putting that on blast, that's when they started to say, okay, we're not gonna. The insurance companies were like, fuck this, we're gonna change the rules to the game. But at first, you're right, they were doing that, and I don't think it was to make people freak out or make the numbers seem bigger. I think it was just the hospitals like, hey, why not? We can get paid for it, so fuck it, write it down as a COVID death type of shit. That's what I think.
That's true.
Because hospitals are greedy as shit.
That makes that makes hella sense, and they are greedy as fuck because it's crazy because in the hospital, like I'll tell them, give me my anxiety medicine because I don't want to take pain medicine, and they'll be like, oh no, we don't give anxiety medicine right here. If you we give you pain medicine, but we can't give you anxiety medicine. How can you not give me anxiety medicine, but you could give me morphine? Like
Nah.
it makes no sense.
Yeah, hospitals are weird. It all
How
depends too, that like who owns them and all this other stuff. Like I had no idea that they could be so different, but there was a hospital that I went to with my mom one time, and I guess it was like a Catholic hospital or something like that, and it was open to the public, of course, but they everything in there and how they acted and it was weird because it was all like it was all around like church and everything. It was so weird. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was strange.
they're like more like okay like like because I go to a wheelchair hospital so but if I'm sick or something happens, I have to go to a hospital, and then
Right.
they'll intern me to the wheelchair hospital. You get me?
Yeah.
So in the wheelchair hospital, they're real strict, like, and they don't give no pain pills. They don't give no like stuff like that. They'll give you anxiety medicine. They'll give you everything. Right there, they don't give you pain medicine. They don't give you nothing like that because people get hooked.
Oh yeah.
And right there, if you look it up, it's Rancho Los Amigos in Downey, California. That is the biggest rehabilitation. It's not only for people in spinal cord injury, it's brain injury, it's all sorts of injuries that have to do with nerves and like all of that stuff. Look it up. It is the best hospital in Southern California. People from San Diego, people from Arizona, people
Oh
from
wow.
from everywhere come to to this hospital right here. That's why I got the Armenian story and all that stuff because because they put you you don't have your own room. You have a roommate. Yeah, like so it's not you only you in the room. It's you and somebody else. But it's like boy, like they don't put boy girl and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But that in the beginning, and it's crazy in there because they'll be there's a lot of people that go there because they got shot or like stuff like that. So there's a lot of gangsters in there. There and in the night, and right there, like unless like in regular hospitals, they'll come and check up on you, like, oh, you need anything, like blah blah, like in there you have to press the button, like, oh, I need a nurse for the nurse to come,
Right.
or else the nurse won't come. So you could politic in there all day, like all day. If you don't press that nurse button for 5 hours, the nurse ain't coming for 5 hours. That's a fact.
God damn. You're gonna be sitting in there? Oh hell no.
Yeah, politicking with other gangsters and like there's a lot of gangsters in there. There's people, regular people, like it's crazy. It's a crazy
It's a
world.
mix of everything, huh?
Yeah, we're in a crazy world right now, and people don't understand. But uh, uh,
I
I,
agree with you.
I'm no one to say anything because I start saying too much, and then people are like, "Oh yeah, like you're not like you're saying things that sound like fake already," because people don't believe the they don't like in their head they're like, how could this guy go through all this and he's still alive? Like people don't understand. People around me don't understand. So I understand how they look at it. Like they don't get me, but like everything that I'm saying is true. Like I got like paper, like it like if you were to see me in real life, like you'll trip out on me because you'll be like, damn, like he really is like saying the truth. But like you hear it's like when you hear a story and you're like, he's lying straight up. He's lying. Like you could tell, like people think that like I over exaggerate my stories. No, I don't over exaggerate my stories because if I was to show you the paperwork, I'm giving you just the rough draft of the. I'm not
Right,
even
right,
like I'm not even giving you the final paper.
right.
I'm just giving you
Well,
the
in
rough.
a way that, like, if people want to think that, people are lying, normally they'll change their stories, not really exaggerate, but like if you're changing, like, where you said it happened or what part of your body you got shot, or because when somebody lies, no matter what they're lying about, they have to remember that lie. But when you're telling the truth, you don't have to strain to remember the truth. So it just comes out. So, it's usually easier to tell if somebody's lying because they're constantly, changing big factual parts. Like, say that I say, "Oh, I had broken my right leg," and then when I talk to you tomorrow and you ask me which leg I broke, I tell you it's the left leg. You know what I mean? So that's like a way
Exactly.
you can tell people are lying. But I can't deal with Nosy Wolverine right now. Nosy, he says it used to be a million ways to go. Now it's only COVID. That's funny, but it's not funny. Like that's
But it's true. But it's true.
right.
It's
That's
like
horrible.
yeah, Wolverine is down there wilding. He's what
Yeah, yeah.
I'm seeing the comments that you put on the screen, but he's wilding right now. And it's crazy because like nah, I'm just gonna keep it to I'm not gonna say too much because I'm gonna start problems and then
Yes, don't start problems.
yeah I especially on your page because I really respect what you did. You served us. You served our country. You're real respectable and you never get like I have nothing bad to say about you. So I'm not
Oh, thank you. Hey, Fresh
uh,
Brown.
I'm not gonna bring that to your page. But trust and
Well, thank
believe,
you.
I'm gonna make my own page, and I'm gonna wild out. I'm gonna go crazy. I
Ah,
don't care if I get shut down. I will just make another one because a lot of people around me are like, "Why are you on YouTube?" Like, you have all these
I've always
people.
said I'm gonna get my own page and I'm a while out, and if they take it down, I'm gonna make another one. I can't.
Uh, hey, straight up, straight. They just you know, and people be like, why you get on YouTube and everything, and it's just like because like that's my outlet to that's my outlet at the moment, you get me, because I can't do what I usually do, so that's my outlet,
Right.
but it now it is turning into like I said it could start consuming your life and stuff, and mm, it's getting there, and now I want to do my own page, and now I want to start because people are like, what, because I don't the only places that I have ever camped up have been with on your page, on behind the bar, with Gito Quinn, which he did me super dirty because he 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 is the
At
way he
at
did,
at 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 at.
yeah, yeah,
Don't
and
do it. Don't do it.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
keep my page like what do you call it? Neutral for right now.
and Larry's page. Those are the only pages
Oh yeah, yeah.
you get me?
Yep, yep.
Oh, and King Troll, because I have to troll. I have to troll
Oh
the
yeah, you
troll.
did cam up over there too. Yep.
Mm,
He's
mm,
supposed to I think he's announcing who won the troll thing today sometime.
yeah, that. Nah, I don't know. King Troll, I got much respect from him because he lets me go on there and just wallow on people and stuff. You get me? So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna get to the point that I'm just gonna have to make my own page and just get my own story. You get me? Because I don't know if you heard of Soft White Underbelly.
No, I don't think so.
It's a real popular page. But they offered to interview me too because a lot of people it's like he interviews prostitutes, bums, um people like it's crazy. Like he even like child molesters, all
Hey
this stuff.
boy, why this place interviews prostitutes and bums and and they want to interview you, my guy.
No, because they interview pimps, they interview like Don Magic One, they interview porn stars, they interview like everybody, they interview like a lot of people.
Okay. What's up, Willie?
Yeah, what up, Faith?
Not much. How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, I'm back in. I popped in, heard this guy over here going crazy again. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right, let
you
me
know
listen
I'm
for a
going
little
crazy.
bit.
Why'd you say he's going crazy? Talk to me, brother.
No, it's nothing. See, at this point, I hear, like, I'm just listening, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Some things you just take with a grain of salt, and you keep it pushing. So I was just listening, but then I'm like, he said that last line. He was like, I respect your channel. Da, da, da. Man, shut up, boy. You better not make her mad, or you really gonna hear it. She being
What?
nice. You know what I'm saying? I know I can tell Faye, she has a good heart. She's being nice and shit and all that. Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True
Yeah,
story.
but
True story.
it's all
That's a
good.
fact.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good, man. I ain't coming up here for all that. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I just came to check Faye real quick. Salute to all y'all.
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you, Willie.
yeah, what's up? Yeah, Schiffer, I'm gonna holler at you, man. Hey boy, man. Stay out of
Yeah, man,
trouble.
come on.
Yeah, she's probably
Safe, brother.
something, or she's just made
All
it
right,
up.
all right. You trying to
All
like he's
right, thank you,
fine.
Willie.
And then guys,
All right. Salute.
Respect, B.
they like
Respect,
catch
B.
each other,
Respect.
so they probably just
Yeah, there's
Shifter's
been
got
some.
all types of shit going on in the background over there. Damn, my guy, what the heck? You
I
sound like
know,
you're
I
at like a
know.
Walmart or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here right now. There's a lot going on. Like, there's like food and stuff being prepared and phone conversations and the whole house going on behind me. Do you know like that?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's what it
okay,
sounds
true,
like.
true. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that you're up here, by the way, when I was talking about the oil pipeline that got shut down and all that, how about when I was doing my research, right? I found out that over it didn't give it was so hard to find, so I didn't get the years, but it was saying that hackers have actually done the same thing over in the UK to hospitals, police forces, and
Yeah. I remember the one with the hospitals. I remember that.
really? So, okay, so that confirms that it did happen. So, like, what happened exactly? Did they do files with you guys too, or?
So basically, they just hacked into all the computers because it's all on one system, and they just locked everyone out in it. So you can't use the system in it. And if you can't use the system, it's gonna cost people their lives and stuff in it. So they have to pay. They have to pay
Oh my
in it.
God.
They have to pay. There's no way out in it. That's what the hackers. That's what they're there for, though, isn't it? To find back doors and stuff, and then that's how they make their money by selling their fines to the people who's running their systems. But the people who's running their systems, sometimes they don't want to pay in it. So the hackers go one step further and they just show them, well, this could happen then, innit? So
Right.
pay us.
Yeah, but I get that because I brought that up too last night, right? Because I was saying that they expose the weaknesses in, certain companies or hospitals, like you said,
Yeah.
in their systems. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna mess with people's like hospitals, though, I mean, come on, like that's a low
Yeah,
blow.
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I don't really go into these kind of subjects because I think it's dangerous what you're talking about. I'm gonna be honest, but same speed, I'm just gonna say this much. You know, these people must be really valuable for them to
Good
be able to
point.
do what they're doing.
Well, yeah, that's a very good point. Very, very good point. I kind of said that last night too, to where I was just like, it's strange that some hackers they get caught right away, and it's even if you've got the dark web and you're anonymous and they pay you in crypto and like it's non-traceable and all this other shit, like if the U.S. government wants to find you, they're gonna fucking find you. Like, period.
And that's all I was telling you, that is they got people from the US doing that as well.
Right. Yep. Well,
Yeah,
and
but
I
you have
went into that. Oh,
you have
sorry.
to
Go
think
ahead.
that if these people have got that kind of power, yeah, and that kind of intelligence as far as computer and software and programming is concerned, then they're very valuable. And obviously, whatever they can do here, they could potentially do elsewhere. So, maybe there's a point where the government says, better the devil we know, and let them do their thing. We'll pay the ones who show that they can take things to a level where it's useful. Where they could use that, like, to go into other countries and
Right.
hack their pipeline. You understand? Like, these are dangerous people. So,
Right.
as much as they're villainized, they're kind of heroes as well. It's weird, isn't it? It's like, what's the guys? I was watching that film the other day. What's the film that we watched with Samuel Jackson again? What's that film called? And he's beating up the guy. Oh my gosh, he was zapping him with the taser. He was doing all sorts to this guy. It's pure evil.
Is it like undercover or something?
Yeah, and then he says, "What does he do?" He says, "Bring in the children." Oh my God,
Oh,
listen!
wow.
And when you're watching this film, yeah, this guy is an interrogator, isn't it? Like, so he's supposed to be on the good side, isn't it? Like, we're interrogating the guy to get the information. That's what it was. The unthinkable. Yeah, it's called unthinkable. And basically, the
Okay.
guy is a terrorist, and he's planted bombs all over the place, isn't it? So he's got to tell them where the bombs are. Now, Samuel Jackson's character has worked out that the guy's telling them there's 3 bombs, but there's 4 bombs. No one else ain't worked it out. So he zaps this guy up, beats the hell out of him, chops off his fingers. He does so much to this guy, and eventually the guy
Oh my
gives up.
goodness.
He gives up the 3 bomb locations, but when he gives up the 3 bomb locations, he brings in the guy's wife and he sits her down in front of him, and then the guy's wife is asking him to reveal the bombs, and then he refuses. So Samuel Jackson goes to kill the wife in it. So people they said, no, we're pulling out. Like the rest of the government people, the army people or whatever, they don't want nothing to do with it. There's like, nah, don't kill her, leave it. So then as they're about to take her out of the room, he just gets a knife and just cuts her throat. Says, there's no time, cuts her throat. So
Oh,
blood's
wow.
everywhere. So she's dead now. So basically, my man gets them to bring the guy's children into a room with him in it, so the guy can see him in the room with the children. Then he turns the lights off like the boogeyman. He locks the door so no one else can get in. And then, so basically, what does the guy say? I have to remember what he said. He said that he wants the guy to believe that he will kill his kids, and that therefore give up the location of all the bombs and the 4th bomb. Yeah, but
Oh,
then
wow.
basically, the guy only gives them 3 bombs, but he hasn't told them that there's a 4th bomb yet in it. So the guy gives them 3 bombs. So he says, there's a 4th bomb. And he knows there's a 4th bomb. Yeah. So unless he tells them where the 4th bomb is, he's going to kill the kids, basically, innit? So then, or torture the kids in front of him, whatever he's going to do. So then the guy says there's no 4th bomb, there's no 4th bomb. So then they believe, the army guys, whoever, they all believe the guy again, innit? So they're trying to break the door down, shooting down the door to get the kids out of there. And my man says, what did he say? He says, I know he believes that I'll hurt these kids, but believing it isn't enough. He needs to see it. So he's literally about to start chopping up these kids and doing stuff to them. They managed to get in and stop him. So they get in, they stop him, yeah, and then they get the kids out of there. One of the guys starts punching them and stuff, drops him on the floor, gets the kids out. All right. So now the guy is saying there's only 3 bombs still, but Samuel Jackson's character has worked it out. He's saying this don't make sense. The amount of explosives he had makes 4 bombs, not 3. So where's the 4th bomb in it? They're saying, nah, the 4th bombs, they don't exist. But then the top guy is saying, nah. If there's any potential there's a 4th bomb, you got to bring the kids back in. So there's a woman and he says to the woman that she has to bring the kids kicking and screaming and drag them back in there or he's not doing it. You know, like that.
Wow.
So the woman refuses, in it. So like they find the 3 bombs, but there's a 4th bomb in it. Like that's the end of the film. You don't even see the 4th bomb go off.
Oh no!
Do you know, like that? You don't even get to see it go off. But the film is crazy, and then it made me think like that's how our government works. Sometimes it's better the devil you know, in it. This guy, yeah, he's crazy. He looks evil. He looks like the most evil, most sinister guy that you could ever like know in your whole entire life. But that's the guy they use to get their information, because he's the one who will do the work, innit? Like, and he wasn't wrong. He knows his job. You know, the rest of us, we ain't gonna have the stomach to do the stuff that this guy did. You know, to
Right.
protect what they're calling their government. Do you understand?
Right.
So
Wow.
it's
Is
crazy.
that
Like,
a newer movie?
I don't know if it's a newer movie, but it's called Unthinkable. It's got Samuel Jackson. It's on Amazon. You know, so the guy who does the hacking, he's similar to the negotiator, isn't it? Because you know what he's doing, it looks evil, it looks bad, but they need guys like that, innit? Because as this world's
Right.
growing into a tech world, you know, that's going to be the next war, where a guy just hacks into a drone.
Yeah, the war's not gonna be. It's not gonna be guns no more. It's gonna be cyber.
That's right. You're going to hack into a drone. You're going to hack into whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, war as we think of it, or as we see it right now, is gonna be totally different in a few years.
You know, the thing is, they probably have hacked into drones and stuff like this before, but we're not going to hear about stuff like that, innit? We're just going to hear about
Right.
the hacker who they caused a financial problem, you know, or they caused a problem for the hospital or something that affects the regular people. Anything outside of our box, we're not going to be told about. So, you know, we have to understand the implications, though, of what these people can do. They can hack into anything, banks, you name it, telecoms, you name
Right.
it. It don't matter, government stuff, you know, hack into government phones, you know, listening to people's conversations, know too much. It's gonna get crazy.
That is wild. I know that I was saying earlier that in the military we would say that the next time we were going to be, attacked or whatever, they would either do the power grid or, the gas and oil or something like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely. And like I said, it worries the hell out of me that they were able to do what they did. And like I said, I think it was a baby test to see how we were going to react. Would it really work? What the company was going to do? Was the company going to side on the part of the FBI, because the FBI said don't pay them, you know what I mean, because that's going to inspire other people to do, the same thing to get money. So I don't know. I just know that I don't know. It's just bad.
Well, this is the thing with like you got all this new crypto stuff going on then, yeah?
Yeah.
So obviously people have hacked like the first versions of crypto, you know,
Right.
like the first blockchains or whatever. That's why they have to update them, because you know the people are going to find backdoors in them. Then whoever hacked it, they probably spoke to the people that own blockchain and said, well, we'll sell it back to you for this amount. Exactly what we did, and show you our exact process, how we got in. And then they patched that,
Right.
you know, and then they probably said, you know what, we're going to employ you too. So if anyone else attacks our servers, you're going to make sure that no one else can get in, and we'll pay you a salary in it. And if you've done that with 10 companies, you're a rich guy. Like, come on, it's crazy.
That is crazy, but yeah, I get it. I know
Them
that
guys,
there was a film that I watched. It was only like a mini film, like maybe 20 minutes, but it was about this guy that was going around trying to get into this hacking life and trying to find out, how they get away with some stuff and why other ones get caught. And he ended up finding this building that was underground, and it was in an old bunker, and they had put like stuff on top of it to where no kind of like satellite could get through it, or say if a helicopter drove over it they wouldn't be able to see any heat or anything in it. And I mean, they literally made this thing, and it was huge underground. And they had it looked like a bat cave with all the, like, big monitors and people guarding it, and it was completely secret. And
Yeah,
the guy, it's all for big businesses to basically hide things from the government, whether it's money, whether it's, codes, whether it's whatever. And the guy that was interviewing, the guy that ran this place, he was just like, well, what kind of customers do you protect? Do you protect terrorists? And he said that he had dealt with like Al Qaeda before, but that he wasn't going to reveal any more info. He was like, as long as they pay, I'll protect them. And I'm just like, that's kind of fucked up that, like, there's places like that, though, that literally protect people that are doing shit
yeah.
like what just happened.
Offshore
It's
places as
scary.
well. There's one in
Yes.
Europe that's near to England. It's kind of like an offshore, like a makeshift island, basically. It's not a real island,
Yes.
it's man-made. And then they got like massive servers there and stuff like that. Obviously, miners, people who don't want to pay tax or whoever, and they're just hiding there. I don't know. I don't even know, man.
I think the offshore thing is something to do with like the laws, like to where the government can go. Like if it's
Yep.
in the water, there's a certain type of, that shit's wild.
That's right. So yeah, there's some stuff going on out there, but I think that with all this hacking stuff, it's the future, because you gotta think, if a guy can hack into government computers, then they can change government records. They could change your whole record. I know someone whose identity doesn't match up. Like they might have two different identities with two different dates of birth, and so we know mistakes can happen.
Right.
But imagine someone who's not making the mistake. Someone's got into the system, because all they need is that login. And if they got what that official person's login, they could change anything on that system. Change your name, your date of birth, where you're from, criminal record, everything.
Right.
Change police computer, erase things. Erase people.
Wow. I can't imagine knowing somebody that does that, or like being somebody that does that. Like you could just do anything and everything you wanted, basically. Like that's crazy.
But most people would think like on the basis of, fraud. That's what most people in that situation is going to use it for, because it's how you get quick money then. But, for
That's
someone
true.
who's thinking a bit deeper, they become more dangerous, because now it's not just fraud, it's total identity theft. Change the picture, change everything, and now I'm you. Now I can open up accounts, I can get work, I can do all sorts of things, and I'm you. If I get rid of you, no one's even going to know the difference, unless someone who knows you finds me and realizes that I ain't you. But
Right.
who's to say they ever will? I could leave the country. That's it. I'm gone. Now you're gone. They don't know where you are. They thought that you was you, but you're no longer you, innit? And if they look you up and say, oh, he's dead, he's missing, they're going to say, no, he's not missing. He left the country, kicked it out of it. He's gone. And then they're going to say, I'm going to go find him. You got to look for him. You ain't never going to find him, because I'm him.
Yep.
You're never.
That's so crazy. I was watching this trafficking documentary, and that's how they said that they get rid of the children that they end up trafficking or using for whatever. They would literally get them a passport, take them to another country, keep them over there for a week or two, and they would end up having a kid over there take their identity. And basically that kid would literally be gone. Like they would disappear to where they were able to do whatever they wanted to with the kid, because they didn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
That's so crazy.
Replacing people and stuff like that. That there's so much things you could do with this whole hacking thing. It's just it's too dangerous, and that's why I think that the subject you're bringing up, I think is a dangerous subject, because to a point our government's not protecting us. What else is going on behind the curtain,
Yep.
What other people are they letting get away with things? Because they're too dangerous. They know too much.
Right, exactly. Well, and it makes you think, right? Okay, if, like, it's funny to me too, I was thinking about it last night when I was talking about everything, where I was like, okay, the military, invented the internet, and now they basically say that the internet that we use is like the top of an iceberg, where say it's the top that's above the water. And you know,
Yeah.
where under the water of the iceberg, there's the huge part of the iceberg. And they say that, you know, if you use that for a diagram, that below the water is like the deep web and the dark web. And that's
Mhm.
how big it is. Like it basically is, you know, a million times bigger than the regular internet. And that scares the shit out of me to think about
Come on.
because yeah, like everything on there is damn near non-traceable. And if it's so much, think about all the stupid shit on the regular internet. Like, and there's a deep web and a dark web, and they're bigger. Oh no, like that's just scary.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely.
And then the regular police and everybody else, like when people get in trouble on those places, they tell them like when they get their identity or they get their address, and you know stuff happens to their house or whatever. The police tell them like you've got to move because we can't go after these people. We don't know who they are. You know, that's crazy.
But I think that, the life we live is a bit of a gamble as much as, we can weigh up the risks, and people like things to be fast, don't they? That's why they don't mind. Like, as long as the data is fast, they accept that there's hackers, they accept these things, in it. Like, it's not like the government's hiding it from us. So to
Right.
that degree, I can't say like, that there may be a more sinister side to it, but it can't be that great because they're not hiding it. Like, people can go and learn this stuff. You can go to college, university, and learn this stuff, learn how to code. So they're teaching it to people, but obviously not everyone. And then the hacking side of it, I've never seen a course on hacking.
Me
I've never
either.
seen it.
Me either.
Does it exist?
I know, right? Like that must be like some sort of, you know, if you know the right guy type of thing. Like
But this is what I'm trying to say to you, why it's so dangerous, because who did they learn it from? And if they, let's not even
exactly.
go there. Let's just stop the conversation there. I'm about to say, let's not theorize too much. I ain't even implicated in that, and I don't know enough.
Right? That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing, like you said. So you don't have to work today? You and the wife got today off?
Yeah, it's Sunday today, man.
That's good. That's good. I know
Yeah,
that
got
I'm
weekends.
gonna that's good. I'm gonna go live a little bit later and talk about like I don't know if you know about the guy that got shot in Chicago that's a rapper, the Reese guy or whatever. I don't know if you follow that type of thing, but I'm gonna go live a little bit later and do another show. So if you guys are bored, you can always hop on. But yeah, I
All right.
definitely agree with you when it comes to like the hacking thing. I just wish I don't know. It's just scary to think about when it comes to like how you guys like, and you verified it with the hospital thing. That's
Yeah.
scary. Like, think about if you had a relative in there and they're on, I don't know, life support or some shit, and then these
Yeah.
hackers come through and do that, and then the hospital doesn't pay,
That's right.
and then it makes you feel very vulnerable.
Well, the thing is now, this is why the hackers have got the power, because if they don't pay, and then I say, for instance, the hospital says, well, it's not our fault, it was the hackers' fault. The hackers are going to say, well, no, it is their fault because we gave them a solution. We said you can pay us and we'll give you the code in it to open back up the computer and the formula. And they refused. And then people's going to be angry with the government for not paying in it, because they're going to say, well, at the end of the day, what are lives worth?
Yeah,
Like
that's
that.
true.
So it's crazy. It's a crazy thing.
Wow,
What
that's
time are you gonna?
crazy.
What time you going live later?
Let's see, it's 2 o'clock now, so probably like 7:30. I try to jump around when other people are going live. Well, no, okay. I think that the the troll contest is at 6, so like probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
The what? The troll contest? Are you serious?
Yeah, there's like there's a troll page or whatever, and he's doing a contest like every week where people, you know, see who can troll the best and everything, and he's
Who is this
they already
guy?
have the
Who is it?
contest, but he's like gonna read off who won later on.
Who is this guy?
It's if you go to like you know where you search it in YouTube where the little glass is and you put in whatever name or whatever, just put
Yeah.
in King Troll, just put that in and you'll see it.
Okay. Okay. Say nothing. I'll have a look at that. Well, yeah, I'm about to jump off as well. So it's nice talking to you, Faith.
Yes, thank you for coming up.
I say, stay blessed, yeah.
You too.
I'm out. Done now.
Okay, bye. Oh, that kind of sucks that when it's only me up here, I lose my background. What kind of shitty shit is that? That's when you would want your background, wouldn't it? Okay, anyway. Well, thank you everybody that came through and listened to everything I talked about. Thank you, Shippa and A Boy for coming up, and Willie. Thank you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna go live a little bit later, probably 8:39, and talk about Reese or whatever. So, and I know some people were saying they didn't get my reminder, so hopefully this one goes out or notification or whatever. So, thank you guys again for coming, and I will talk to you guys later.